Connect.
You need 15 or 20 huddles to correlate with a number of cameras.
Take the cameras off the field, then there'll be no huddles.
Now gather around because it's time to huddle up.
West left slot, 323 wide stick on one. Ready, Biller for blitz. If it looks like man coverage, I'll check. I'll go 200 get. You got to cut and crack. Now cut and crack. Red, right, 18 Bob on one. Ready, cut him and crack.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here and try to run this play in the alley.
We know exactly what we got to do. All right? That's all we're going to y'all do. Let's go out and kick the tape. All right? 1, 2, 3.
Keep doing what you're doing. Get our guys after you and make the play.
Be right all the way outside. Wide, left, fake, 396 bag, B hand, C puck. Is that long enough for you?
I want you to be proud of your profession. It's a great profession. Go out there and play this ball game like I know you can play it.
With Drew Olson,
Mythical, legendary figure.
Bill Schmid,
Oh, my God. This man's been out all night.
and Armen Sarian.
This is it. Don't get scared now.
Sanchez, we ready?
Fox Sports Radio Wisconsin is on the air.
Locked and loaded and ready for duty. Welcome into the Huddle 5 o'clock clubbers. We appreciate each and every one of you, early risers, insomniacs, sociopaths waiting for the health club to open. Thanks for hanging out with us. Drew Olson, Bill Schmid is off. He'll be back in the chair come Monday. I think he's in Vegas right now. Armen Sarian is at his post. And Armen, the big question today is, did you hit the button?
I did, Drew. We are live. Excuse me. Yes, we are live. Sorry. The early frog.
Little catch there?
Yeah, little frog early at 5 a.m. Yes, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and X. So I did hit the button. So
All right.
job one has been completed. I mean, this is a long, marathon
Yeah.
sprint of a day, but I took the first step today and one step in front of the other, and the first one's been completed. So I can check the first checkpoint off that I did put our video live today. So it's already improvement on yesterday, I would say, Drew. So that's the first early W.
That's
the early dub. Put one in the net.
Let's stack W's.
Let's stack it.
So it is our last show of the week because of the holiday. We're going into the 4th of July. We are having a damn summer. We're in the summer. Brewers are rolling. Brewers are first place. They won the series against the Reds. Last night was the Garrett Mitchell game.
Oh, man.
Plenty to talk about there. Hunter Baumgardt will have his recap, and he'll join us at 7:25 today to talk Brewers and all things Brewers as they keep stacking, but winning a 4-game series. Nothing wrong with that. They go for it today in a marquee pitching matchup.
Just rolling at a time. And I think they need to keep the Cubs at arm's length because the Cubs are putting up wild numbers all of a sudden. But but we focus here on the Brewers, and they are rolling. Got all 3 so far against the Reds, and you like your chances with Miz always on the mound.
Yep. Case Burns and Miz is kind of must-see TV in the afternoon. Last night was strange because the Brewers were on ESPN, not on Brewers TV.
And the big network,
So you didn't get to hear our familiar voices. Rock and the crew had the night off. Good for them. National spotlight.
Night off for them to split their screen with that game and the USA men's game, which obviously was a wild one last night.
Absolutely. Headline in the Cincinnati Enquirer: small market Brewers bully Reds again, beat Cincinnati in 7th straight.
Hey, at least they're still printing that is Cincinnati.
I mean, how much bigger is Cincinnati than Milwaukee?
I was just gonna say, small market Brewers bully Reds again. I don't know. It sounds like a headline written from somebody out of market that thinks he's got one on. No, I'm gonna figure this one out here and write about the small market. Cincinnati. I mean, it's a bigger city, right, Drew?
It is.
Is it considered a metropolis?
I mean, their airport's in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Now, Cincinnati considered Midwest or the South? That's been a debate.
You know, they are on the fringe. Like I don't know if they consider themselves Midwestern or not. I don't.
It's got to be a good airport to fly in.
Northeast Ohio and Cleveland is practically East Coast to me.
Really?
Yeah, Cleveland? To me, it's like the vibe. I mean, it's like it's very much like Pittsburgh. I don't think of Cleveland as Midwest.
I do, and I think of
Pittsburgh. It's Rust Belt, maybe.
I think of Pittsburgh as Midwest West, although maybe it's not. Rust Belt for sure.
Yeah,
you don't think of okay, all right.
Yeah,
that's fair. No, that's fair. But small market brewer. Well, 7 in a row against anybody's good. But at this point, we're giving the Reds nightmares, aren't we? I would say.
Oh yeah,
and it has been another day. They thought they had a chance to win, which it was tied, obviously.
Until
Garrett Mitchell flexed himself.
By the way, small market Milwaukee.
Small market, yeah.
Cincinnati and Milwaukee television markets are
go.
nearly identical
Oh,
in
yeah.
size,
Give me some
separated
numbers.
by a single spot in the national rankings.
One spot. That's nothing.
Designated market area, DMA, Cincinnati is 37th. Milwaukee is 38th.
There you go.
We're
right there
number
again.
37. We're number 37.
We've been 35 to 40 ever since I
It'd be
remember.
brats over Skyline Chili any
Yeah.
day.
Well, that's obvious. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. Skyline Chili is, I think, fine, but I think overstated.
So they have MLB, NFL.
Don't have
and-
hockey. Well, they don't have
yeah.
NHL, I should say.
Yeah, they don't have NHL.
I don't think they have AHL either.
I don't think so either.
The Cleveland Monsters are one of the biggest AHL markets, and obviously the Blue Jackets are in Columbus.
So I guess technically we have 2 pro teams, and so do they. But we claim the Packers, and so
Well, obviously you can't.
so that's
you
3-2.
We're the home market for the Packers.
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's a
consider
3-2.
dual home market. It's 3-2.
Yeah.
How do you like that, Cincinnati?
Semantics.
And the Royals are gone, and we took Oscar.
Semantics. All right.
I
so
love that. I love
yeah,
that.
we took Oscar away.
Yeah, we
That's
took
good.
Oscar away. So 7 in a row, Drew, and Garrett Mitchell. Now I'm not asking anyone to tell me, Armen, you were right. I'm not looking to say I told you so.
Well,
but like 2 years ago, I was having this debate with like everybody we used to work with. But everybody, I was having this debate with everybody about Garrett Mitchell having to be patient on him. And look at what we get now. After waiting it out, look at the relationship we're in now. You know,
Hunter Baumgardt was president of the Garrett Mitchell fan club early.
he has talent. I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like he wasn't performing. He was just never healthy.
Yeah.
You know, but the power, the ability to drive it, the ability to do multiple tools, it was always tempting.
Yep. So the stats now, a little stat break for you coming up. The Brewers are a season high 22 games over 500, 53 and 31.
Just incredible number, incredible record there.
They have won, and we talked about them kicking sand in the Reds' faces. Well, they've been doing it to everybody since April 26th. The Brewers are 40 and 18. That is a 690 winning clip.
Wow.
Best record in Major League Baseball since April 26th. That's not a small sample.
Not at all. I mean,
Not
that's
in
2
a
months.
in the baseball sense to go
No.
more than 2 months as the best team in baseball. That's pretty good.
That's incredible.
And
102 win pace right now.
going back, the Brewers are now 6-0 this season against the Cincinnati Reds. Talk about just taking their lunch money. And they've won 15 of their last 16 series against Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That is stunning.
It's the Packers. The Brewers are treating the Reds like a meal that's a buffet. It's never ending, and they're going to get their meal every time. And it's barbecue chicken right now for
Barbecue chicken.
for the Brewers. Now, I will say
So-
this: they haven't been blowing the Reds out in all these games. There've been mostly a lot of close ones.
A lot of close
actually.
competitive games.
It's
That's
just-
all right.
It's just it seems like, and you don't always expect this with a Terry Francona managed team, but it just seems like both teams expect the same outcome, no matter how close the game is, that the Brewers will find a way late to win it, and they've done it now multiple times.
Right. So Garrett Mitchell, whom many were beating the drums, he's soft.
Many.
He's just made of porcelain. He's not going to be good.
Get rid of him for a bag of balls was the refrain I kept hearing. From
Yeah. You got to
Including
own that one if
Dobler.
you were calling for that. But he was
Come
4
on,
for
Dobler.
4 with an RBI, scored a run, should have scored 2 because it was controversy. We'll get to that
Yeah,
momentarily.
we'll get to
2
that.
doubles and a triple, all against left-handed pitching. So Garrett Mitchell was his night, 4 hits. Shane Drowan, also good. McGill, who's been lights out for the last couple weeks, 12th save.
Yep.
Aaron Ashby, of course, gets the win because that's what happens when the Brewers play.
That was
Aaron Ashby.
another one, and big outs there for him too. But just incredible. Like he actually could have a shot at a crazy win number here.
Yep. So now the Reds thing, it's just unbelievable. 7 in a row overall, dating back to last year, and 51 of the last 70
Wow, incredible. Well,
against the Reds.
Dreamy Cardano. Every time I think trade Mitchell, he gives a reason not to.
Yeah.
W. Well, that's kind of the point, Dreamy.
Wow.
But maybe let's not think about trade him anymore. Let's think about
Let's think about
build with him.
Exactly.
You know?
Let him cook. All right, so we've waited 10 minutes into the show, and I will tip my cap. And I don't usually wear caps, and I'm not today.
You're not a hat guy.
Not a hat guy.
Yeah.
I don't think they look good on me. I like hats.
I don't think they look bad. I don't think they look
I
bad.
don't know.
But you look good without one
I
too.
just don't think I don't know, man. It's a phobia of mine. Weird shaped head or something. But I would tip my cap to a guy who wears hats all the time. The guy that we used to work with, El Baldo.
Yeah.
Who made it his personal white whale was replay. And
Yes.
he hated replay.
Hated replay.
And last night we had 2 calls go against our teams. Garrett Mitchell at the plate.
Yes.
And a controversial red card in a World Cup match
Indeed.
that the United States won, USA against Bosnia-Herzegovina. So the World Cup one, for the U.S. to win, they were playing well and to get the second goal after playing shorthanded and to beat them, playing 35 minutes with 10 men.
It was so inspiring, man. That was just
It
so
was
awesome.
huge. But now
Incredible.
their leading scorer is out for the next game unless they can appeal, which seems unlikely.
No, there's a process in place, but yeah, I don't think they'll get it. But you don't know. You never know. That would be nice if they reverse that decision. I just don't see it happening. Whether or not there's a perceived or real anti-American bias in FIFA. I mean, that's where everybody wanted to jump. Now, I'm not sure I believe that, but everyone wanted to jump to that. It sure seemed we were on the short end of it last night. I don't expect this to be overturned. I expect the USA to have to prepare without Balogun. That's how you pronounce it.
Balogun, yeah.
Balogun, yeah.
Balogun.
Have to prepare to win without him, unfortunately. And he is really good, Drew. So he's a Brooklyn guy. Now, he used to play for the England national side and then came over to us. So, but that was quite the shockingly, you could say controversial. I just think a bonehead call. Like garbage call. I mean, I just could not believe they booked him on a red on that play.
Yeah, it was clearly not intentional and just a kind of like incidental.
Somebody told me that watches a lot of soccer that no official in the world would have given him. They're like, well, somebody that one just did.
Yeah, and on the biggest stage. And now if they reverse it, it's going to look like they're playing favorites for the host nation.
Exactly.
And it's just a terrible situation. Now in soccer, the replay assist is the video assistant referee, VAR, they call it. Let's go to the VAR. And it is useful.
They do the whole TV thing.
They got the whole, they took a goal away from the U.S. too on an offside.
Yeah, which is probably a good call, though. I was frustrated.
That was a good call, but it was frustrating, and you thought Pulisic was going to get
he had a couple. I mean, yeah.
And
a couple like that.
But for that card, and then now people are the whataboutism. And this is like, soccer. You can say it's different and it's more European based, but they're star players. Star players get star treatment. Messi didn't get a red card for a similar play that people are pointing out. And the thing about it is with all the replay and even, catch, no catch, when you get down to the nuances, when you get down to the 5K replay, frame by frame and slow stuff down, people can see different things, right? It's the way it goes. Like there have been replays in the NFL on a regular basis. There's plays that I'm like, how in the hell? What are they seeing?
Yeah.
The Mitchell play last night, like they didn't see the angle that everybody else saw. That's like he's clearly safe.
That's what my favorite line with that always, Drew, was pictures lie. Like we kind of grew ourselves into believing that replay would be a god that would fix all because we'd see the photo evidence. However, as you know, as humans go, we all see the same thing differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like to say pictures lie, because it can show two people can look at it and see different things.
When replay works, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful. And I think necessary because you have to right some wrongs.
Some wrongs can be righted, and sometimes it's egregious. It would have been nice to have replay. Oh, I don't know, when Armando Galarraga lost his no-hitter.
Not bad.
Would have been good to have.
When Rice fumbled.
All
those things. I mean, yes, that's why I still think, still think it's necessary. I don't go all the way to saying it's like not.
It should not be abolished. El Baldo's made it his jihad that it should be abolished.
But I think it's like obviously it's something to accept that nothing is perfect. Nothing will be perfect. There's no utopia.
No,
so we should stop expecting one. We could just try to do the best we can. I think is what we try and do most of the time. But it does. There are nights like last night that frustrate you. And you see the same, you can see the video, you can see the picture, and you can say, well, how are you seeing it this way? Well, it's like the dress. Blue and, it's like the dress.
It's crazy. So, so 2 instances last night. And again, I'm shouting out El Baldo. And for those who didn't hear, he's going to move down the dial.
He is.
Next
I saw
week.
that. All right.
Back on the airwaves. Good for El Baldo.
Good for El Baldo. I love the energy.
I
love the energy.
I don't know. People might people think that we have like warring factions.
No.
And it's our squad and their squad.
This isn't Anchorman.
We all do the same thing, and we're all kind of, believe it or not, for the most part, we're friends.
This isn't
It's
Anchorman.
like,
We all know each other, okay?
yeah,
Yeah. We're not like fighting in the alley. Okay.
yeah, and it's like
we all know each
it's
other.
a little bit like when you have a music scene and there's different bands.
Oh, great point.
And your band is always gigging and you don't get to go see the other bands. So people will talk to me about other shows and I'm like, I don't listen. I don't know. I don't know.
I got to say,
I'm on my own thing. I'm unaware of, but I appreciate what everybody does. Everybody goes about it differently. I'm glad we're all getting checks in a shrinking industry.
that's really what
So
that's what it is.
but our boy, he's famously planted the flag for more than a decade.
Yeah.
That replay is evil.
False God, he likes to say.
The false god of replay. And now we saw, double and of local import. What was bigger last night? Because, what did you watch? I was flipping back and forth, but I was mostly dialed into the soccer match. But I will say,
Yeah, I couldn't tear away. Also because that was ending first. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, there's a lot of Brewers games on. There's on every night. Brewers are
that's true.
obviously of top importance to me. But it felt like one of those once in a lifetime. That's a terrible way to say it because I don't know if I believe it literally, but it was one of those. It was a very historic kind of moment, right? I mean, the USA playing well, knockout stage. So it was hard to tear away from that, especially late after the drama, Drew, after the man down situation.
Mhm.
So I was locked in on that. Also monitoring the Brewers, but I was locked in on that.
So, all right. So now the USA plays, but I will say, as you're watching it, the stadium and the TV picture with the sun and stuff, that wasn't great. It wasn't optimal.
No, unfortunately, because of the way the shadows worked, it was kind of hard to.
It was kind of washed out, wasn't it?
You couldn't white balance the screen. That's what the term the photographers use, white balance. It was kind of hard.
Yeah.
That's the term. But
it didn't display well.
That happens with NFL games too, though, a lot.
Sometimes.
Yeah, like the 3:00 Lambeau games when it's late in the season, or is that right? Maybe when it's like sunny, but the shadows are starting at 4 or 3:30. It wasn't great. Yeah, that part wasn't, I guess, visually appealing. That's another Albaldo thing. He would have been all over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Well, now they're on to Seattle.
On to Seattle, a lot of West Coast.
On to Seattle, and they're playing Belgium. And I've never rooted harder for Senegal in anything.
Oh man, I couldn't believe
than
that.
yesterday. And Senegal puked away a 2-goal lead
Up 2-0
in the 85th minute and lost.
Just a reminder, like if you think in this type of sport because it's so hard to score that this game's over. Two matches yesterday proved. 3 matches proved it wasn't. England coming back late with an absolutely heroic season-saving goal by Harry Kane for England. To a national hero, what an epic story. And he came through for them. Senegal blowing their 2-0 lead, right, and letting Belgium all the way back. And I don't know about you, Drew. It was great at getting the second goal in the free kick for the U.S. That was an incredible feeling.
Oh, incredible.
But it didn't feel over, did it? At least not to me. It felt like it was probably over, but I was still nervous for that 10-minute extra time period. So just to show you, like, at this level of soccer, at this stage, crazy things can happen. And there's a lot more scoring than there used to be when I was growing up, in my memory, anecdotally. There's a lot more action toward the goal. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I think there is, but I could be
Pele
wrong.
would like a word. Franz Beckenbauer.
Those guys scored. But didn't they all, I think they only gave 2 points for a win for a while in the World Cup. And then once they added it to 3, it changed the strategy for most teams and they attacked more. I don't know. The point being, it feels like there's been action toward the net this whole tournament. Like I have never sat around and said, boy, did they
except for that one game that got Iran knocked out.
That's true because they kept playing
Austria, Albania playing patty cake for an hour.
Maybe that one, right.
That one was not.
I'll give you that one.
What you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you can have your theory and I don't watch enough to refute that.
I just was like, man,
I don't know.
They're attacking and there's chances everywhere.
So here's on the YouTube comments, we got Man of the Mill.
I think that's Eddie. What do you say?
Yeah. Dude who got a bogus red card. I once got a bogus red card from Mike Heller, another former teammate of ours.
What's up, Mike? That's another one.
Shout out to Mr. Heller.
I thought about Mike when we did the Garrett Mitchell thing all the time. I think he was kind of on my side though with that. USA was hosed. So. Yes, but the key was, Eddie, I think the USA was host too, but they did the right thing in that moment. And that's what made me so proud about this team last night, Drew, because I think in the past, USA men's soccer teams would have kind of collapsed a little bit more. Obviously, they've always kind of disappointed, but not this year. They dug in deeper after that call, and they said, all right, we have to deal with this. We have to win anyway. We've got to defend on a string now, one man down, and they kept doing it, frustrating Bosnia, and then got their chances at the counterattack, and then took control, and when they needed to, took advantage. You were really proud of this team.
Hell of a win.
The way they dug in, the way they stayed mentally tough and didn't let them, because that match was getting away from everybody. There was controversy, the officiating, there was physical play, some chippy play. USA stayed focused, they stayed technical, and they won. And the way they organized the defense after they lost a man was amazing, and the way they played it was awesome. And
Malik Tillman's kick was like messianic.
Oh my goodness.
There's one for you.
Beautiful.
It was like Messi, like the elite guys can make plays like that.
Yeah.
And you go, wow. And
Beautiful.
then you see a guy, Malik Tillman has etched his name into U.S. soccer lore. Amazing. So we got plenty to unpack today. 5 o'clock hour. We're not going to mail it in, but we do have an eye on the clock because at 8 o'clock, our holiday begins.
It does. So
I mean,
that's
for anybody
the goal.
who's actually working today, most people, and again, there are exceptions and first responders and people who have to work Friday but for a lot of people, it's the holiday because the way the calendar falls. The 4th is a Saturday and we don't get hosed out of holidays in this country. So most people are going to enjoy a day off tomorrow and a longer weekend, which is fabulous. And fireworks and parades and picnics. And we'll talk about our plans. We want to hear about yours as well. I'm also interested today, other than blowing stuff up in the yard, do you have any traditions for July 4th? Because my wife hit me with do you realize that we have no plans for this weekend? And it's awesome. We can do whatever we want. We're not like locked into anything. We have no obligations, no plans, no responsibilities.
I'm glad you mentioned that because in the back of my mind, it's sort of similar. And I'm like, wait a minute.
It feels weird, but it feels great.
Weird. So it's like, and the summer's been so busy, it almost feels like, well, this should be the busiest weekend.
Yeah. Well,
and
we got Brewers and Reds today, Summerfest for 3 days, fireworks, parades. What's on your docket? What do you got going? I'd like to hear because I got no plans and I'm just going to roll with it. And I know that makes people nervous, but that's the way I like to go on vacation too. I don't like to, we're doing this day, and we're doing this day, and between this time and this time, we're doing this. I like to just let it roll. What do you feel like doing?
I love this topic, Drew, because
that's the way I go.
There's multiple types of people.
Yeah.
Some that want to be super packed and organized.
They want to be organized, see everything, do this, and make it very clinical. It's like, no,
I did this to not be organized.
Exactly.
Right? So
I just let it roll, let it happen.
Finding a balance. This is a great discussion.
Yes.
Drew. And a lot of comments already coming in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. And, of course, the NicoletLaw.com talk and text line. We'll get to those. I also want to mention and tease, obviously, Hunter's got a report from last night, but he also has a little bit of a goodies for us. Cooper Pratt sound. He had a little little group.
Hunter is spreading his wings in that clubhouse, getting one-on-ones for us.
You got to be proud of that, Drew.
We're going to be lit. Yes.
Setting appointments, creating relationships in that clubhouse.
That's right.
He got some sound with Cooper Pratt with other reporters, and then a little one-on-one action at the end.
Hunter is boots on the ground for us. I love it. So Hunter, we're going to listen to his recap when moving forward, and he will join us live at 7:25. Grab yourself a cold or hot beverage of your choice. I think it's kind of iced coffee weather myself. I don't drink coffee, but if I did, it would have cubes in it. Just saying.
There you go.
I can't understand how people can drink a piping hot beverage on a 95-degree morning, but that's me.
See how you can drink it cold.
That's me. We'll discuss in more detail as we move forward. We're glad you're in the 5 o'clock club. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
Line drive, left center field. It comes into play. It'll roll all the way to the wall. In to score is Vaughn. Mitchell racing for third, and he's in. Here.
Garrett Mitchell. The Garrett Mitchell game last evening at American Family Field. Brewers beat the Reds 4-2. It's the Huddle. Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin, 920 Milwaukee, 1070 Madison, everywhere on the iHeart app. Drew and Armen holding it down while Billy enjoys himself in the desert. Getting a little rain moving through the area.
Yes, right. We are, Drew. A little wetness, which is not bad because it was so hot. Maybe our lawns need it, but also maybe it'll break up this heat a little bit. So bound to happen. Hopefully nothing severe, but yeah, a little bit of precipitation.
A little bit of a rinse for the Summerfest grounds for tonight. Now, we're talking about the lack of plans or how glorious that can be. A lot of times your social calendar gets so full, and I know folks have their traditions and stuff that they have to do. And like, we always go to this place on the 4th. We go to somebody's backyard and we eat, drink, and celebrate. And somebody might let off some fireworks. Don't even get me started on that. Me and backyard fireworks, it's kind of like El Baldo and replay. You're literally setting a pile of money on fire. Yeah. It's not as good as the local. Like, you can, and what's the point? Like, to me, it's one of the dumbest things you can do.
Right. Everyone
but hey, I do dumb things. I go on trips. I, follow bands. I, go to shows and pay exorbitant prices and stuff. Everybody's got their own kink, right? And we always say, plant your freak flag, let it fly. Whatever you're into, and you don't have to apologize. There's no guilty pleasures. It shouldn't be guilty. If you want to sing, if you want to sing Nickelback at the top of your lungs on the highway, like, we'll silently judge you, but you go ahead and do it. So, yeah, by the way, we're hearing thunder rumble outside.
I'm not even playing a sound effect.
No, you can hear that one.
That's the loudest I've ever heard in the studio without being, this is a sound effect.
No warnings, but lots of lightning and heavy rain passing through quickly.
Holy cow.
Good rinse of the grounds at Summerfest to get us ready for tonight. But so
everyone's got their thing. Some people love it, and that's their tradition. It makes them feel right. It makes them feel home, I would say. Like, it makes them feel good to say, all right, this is what I'm doing. I'm getting the fireworks, and we're doing this thing on 4th of July. It's a hot summer night. So I understand. I think part of it's tradition. If certain people grew up doing it, they want to keep doing it. It's, it does bring people together a little bit. Backup Terry, all that stuff. I'm kind of with you on the
Backup Terry is our spirit animal.
It's always.
We'll be playing that one later for sure.
I'll play Backup Terry before the show's over.
There's no question.
Yeah. Now, it's not my thing either, Drew, but mostly because, like you said, I mean, it costs money, and what's the point? Everyone else has them. So it's one of those things where no matter who pays for it, everyone can enjoy them. That was always, speaking of our old, that was always Butchie's thing.
Yeah.
Butchie's like, I'm not going to pay for these. I can just look.
Butchie would go to a gathering and someone would pass the hat looking for donations for the backyard fireworks that someone bought. He's like, I'm not paying for that.
And I would never fairly, I wasn't fair enough in my support of this. And I got to say it. I think he was right. I still do. Like, I really can relate to Butch there. It's like, why am I paying for this? Oh, But it's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. So that's one thing, 4th of July.
Yeah. But I'm wondering, Armen, did you make the appointment to see your gin blossoms?
Yeah, tonight is the night, Drew. And
that's your one night to go to Summerfest tonight?
It's long. Well, we did go last week too, but we had this one circled because Sister Hazel's also playing. Another one of my favorites.
Oh, you're right in your zeitgeist.
Right in my
it's
zeitgeist.
Throwback Thursday and it's Cheapskate Day.
These are the best days.
If you go there before 6, it's like half-price beers.
Half-price beers, and that's an early show, just like Vertical Horizon was. So, like I said, getting old means seeing all your favorite bands now at 4:30. But I'll tell you what, Drew, I love it. And this is my wheelhouse. So, Sister Hazel, and hopefully I'll be able to stay awake for Gin Blossoms because I think that's a late show. And I'm hoping that the weather holds out.
It's going to hold out. We're going to get I said, it's a good rinse.
Nothing severe. Hopefully.
Gin Blossoms are a 9:30 show. 9:30.
All right, perfect.
So your lineup, if you choose to stay at U-Line on the north end of the Summerfest grounds, you're going to see Sister Hazel.
Yes.
Into the Spin Doctors.
Yes.
Gin Blossoms.
I forgot about Spin. Yes.
Little Miss Can't Be Wrong will be there.
And you said it, Drew. If you choose, and I choose to be there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great. I love it. I just saw, obviously, the Gin Blossoms at the Admirals game, too. They were fantastic. They'll be fantastic again.
Yep. Muse is playing tonight on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater.
Nice.
That'll be good. And then tonight you can also see Spin Doctors are playing in that little acoustic set, too, if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. I like
sneak over there.
Well, that would be pretty good.
At 4:00 in the American Family little intimate little venue they have there. But All Time Low, another band I think you like, is playing at T-Mobile next to U-Line.
Great lineup tonight.
Kenny Hoopla opening for All Time Low.
For some people, that was their 4th of July weekend tradition, was Summerfest. For many, actually.
That's true.
Just like we're gonna enjoy them.
And then the other stage, we got more of a hard rock lineup at the Generac stage with Living Color in the afternoon slot, Buck Cherry, and Candlebox.
But there you go. 2 more bands from the 90s zeitgeist. Buck Cherry with Lit. And, of course, Candlebox. Far Behind was their big hit.
There you go. So, going to be a good night.
Yeah.
But we're talking about your traditions. What do you got going this weekend? Because my wife pointed out, and it's like we have no obligations, no responsibilities. It's just blissful. Like I can go buy some meat and smash up some burgers on the Blackstone.
Oh, that's always good.
It's going to be great.
That's always good.
I will be doing that at some point. Maybe go buy a watermelon and enjoy that. But we don't have anywhere to be or anywhere to go. And it's like, damn, it's refreshing. Because you think about that period around Christmas when you're always booked and you're always running and you're late for this and you got to go try to, and a lot of people, you double dip. We're going to this place and then this place and we're going to spend a couple hours here and then go there and try to check all the boxes. This is like blissful and relaxing.
And when you have young kids, it always feels busy, but it is nice to have a couple days where you're not doing anything and just to say, you know what, it's okay to not have plans, which some people don't, their mind doesn't work that way.
Yep.
Some people want to pack it in, but if you mix two of those, it can be difficult sometimes, but
those are the two main plates we got spinning today. And that's, what are your plans for the weekend? I think it's glorious not to have any. Some people might say, "Oh, Drew, losers. Didn't get invited anywhere."
No, you had no parties to go to.
My pool is calling.
Yeah,
Summerfest is calling. The Blackstone. But the thing is, I get to do whatever I want whenever I want. That's America. That's freedom.
That's what USA is.
That's
all about.
freedom. Do whatever you want.
That's freedom.
That's freedom.
Paul K from Kenosha on YouTube. I'll be working tomorrow at the VA hospital in North Chicago. Sit around on the 4th with my in-laws and my wife's birthday on the 5th. Please no rain. That sounds like a great weekend. Paul, thanks for volunteering. Unless you said you're working. I'm not sure if you're volunteering, but thanks for contributing your time to our heroes. That's awesome.
Fantastic.
That's great stuff right there. And yeah, Drew, I am a parade guy. I'll always be a parade guy. And parade's the number one thing on my docket. Other than that, no real solid plans for the 4th, which I love.
Is your love of parades, does it stem from your mom's time in politics on the local level?
It's funny you say that. This is her last go-around.
As
Greenfield Alderman. She's hanging up a great career as District 5 Alderman. And I said, Mom, I will not miss your last parade. Because I was kind of thinking, like, should I take a trip over the 4th or pull the Billy or do some other things?
So you do have an obligation.
Well, no, she never told me I had to be there.
Well, you do have. That's an obligation.
I said I will be there and I will be walking with you because she rides in the car and everything. This is like. I'll be honest. This is like the
have you?
favorite
I mean,
thing.
How many years have you spent riding in the car throwing out candy?
So when I had the Sebring, I drove it. Right.
Okay.
When I had the Sebring, I drove it because
the Sebring convertible.
It was a lot easier than they had to like go get some dealership to give you.
Did you throw out candy to the kids or did you hand out cups of your chili?
I
jumped the route on Dan in West Bend. I'm sorry.
Right, like a super soaker spray.
A super soaker of chili. And then somebody else had one with sour cream.
And then cheese like confetti.
Hot sauce, cheese
like
confetti.
Drew, the funny thing with the candy is it's really some years they ban candy, if you remember that. Then it's like, okay, what kind of candy we're gonna get? And then you want to make sure every kid gets one because they're lined up now with their bags. So usually now that I don't drive the car, I will just, my mom will throw some, but I'll run along the side trying to give as many kids candy as possible on one side. And my mom will throw the other side because I don't want to leave any of these kids out. And especially then if you know somebody, Greenfield Parade, I know some people that shout my name or some of our listeners. And then I'm like, well, I got to give them some more candy to show my love. And the next thing you know, they've got all kinds of Smarties and Tootsie Rolls and things like that. So, man, I used to love getting candy. And then at the parade, and you would get like the politicians' cards, when you're a kid. I'm like, get the hell out of here. I don't want
shaking hands with Bill Proxmire back in my day.
Proxmire, what's up? Let's go.
What up?
Shout out.
Yeah.
So it'll be a party. It'll be a good time. And this will be your last go around. This is our last ride. I've been doing construction on Layton, so I don't know how that parade route's going to go.
It's going to be. 877-794-1973 gets you to the NicoletLaw.com talking text line. Comment on YouTube as well. I think it's glorious. I have no hard plans. Yeah, I'll probably bump into Armen at the Gin Blossoms at some point.
I'll be there. I don't know. Listen, I had to be able to stay up for it. That's my goal. I think I will.
I think you'll be able to make it. You'll be going on adrenaline, knowing that you don't have to get up tomorrow.
That's the huge thing. That's a huge thing.
I'll be going to the Brewers game today, and a lot of folks, it's one of the marquee pitching matchups with Chase Burns against The Miz.
Are you worried, Drew? Not worried is the wrong word. Are you preparing to only have to stay like 2 hours? That could be a fast game.
No, because you know me, fatalist, old grizzled sports writer. This is like the pitching matchup of the summer. Well, Skeens Miz kind of was good, but
that's true. I think,
but this is the pitching matchup of the summer, which means to me it's going to be a 4-hour 12-10 game.
Yeah.
Because that's how my brain works.
Do you think most fans,
anytime you go in sports, when you expect something to happen, it usually doesn't.
Yeah, we know Chase Burns is pitching well. Maybe we can get into this more after the break, but do you think most fans see it this way? Are they aware about Chase Burns? I mean, we are, but I think most fans think of Skeens as a star. So they look at it. It's like if Clemens and Nolan Ryan faced up. Even if they weren't having good years, it didn't matter.
Well, I mean, that Miz Skeens game, Miz hadn't established what he has now.
True,
so he was the upstart. So Chase Burns is kind of chasing Miz, no pun intended. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to hear from Hunter Baumgardt. His recap of last evening's Brewers victory is next. We'll get to that. And, I mean, it's the second time this week that a prediction made on this show from this host has come true.
On fire.
And I'll tell you what that one is. I'm going to risk pulling tearing my rotator cuff, patting myself on the back for being right again. Mark the tape. Send it to my wife. Tell her I'm right once in a while. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. Rolling along. Thursday edition of the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio Wisconsin. Drew and Armen bringing it to you. Hunter Baumgardt was at the ballpark. We're going to get to his report momentarily. Brought to us by Import Minded. Brewers winning last night. We're going to talk more about the red card, replay, the controversy as the U.S. gets through. Plenty on tap. But I'm on a roll, Armen. I said the Brewers would put up a touchdown. They did it the other night because they had scuffled so badly with runners in scoring position that I thought the dam was going to break. And they ended up putting up a touchdown right after I said Brewers are going to score 7 runs. If a base touchdown, 7 runs. And they did. I also said a while back, I was doing the math and counting the days on the calendar. And I said, sure looks to me like given the stretch that the Brewers are in and the way they were using their pitching staff, that they're going to pitch Miz 3 times between now and the All-Star game, and that his final appearance would be the Sunday on the last game of the so-called first half before the All-Star break, which would then make him ineligible to pitch in the All-Star game. And Murph pretty much confirmed that last night, that Miz is going to start. And so we will not see Miz in the All-Star game this year. I mean, he can be named to the team, but he will be ineligible to pitch. He'll absolutely be named to the team because he belongs on the All-Star team.
Oh, he's an All-Star.
And he'll jog out to the foul line and get to hang. It's actually great for him because it'll be relaxing. He won't have to worry about pitching. Mm-hmm. He can sit and just roll on the grass and watch the home run derby.
It's actually ideal, I think.
He can go through it, and he can
just have fun enjoying being an All-Star without the
he can
pressure.
Absolutely do that. So
it's a full day off for him.
Last year was controversy that he was named to the team. This year he belongs, and he won't pitch. Last year he pitched very well, and so I predicted that, and my prediction came true because I was just doing the math. I'm like, I don't think that they want to wait and save him, or I don't think they have the mechanism. There's no days off now. They're in this stretch of, 15 games in 14 days or 16 and 15 or something like that. Right. So I said, it's very likely Miz is not going to be able to pitch in the All-Star game.
And we were a little nervous.
And I was right.
Last year, so it was good.
Now, to take his spot, if he's named to the team, do they lift and anoint Kyle Harrison?
I would love it. I think he deserves it.
Don't know.
Been an amazing first half.
I would bet the under on that, but we'll see. But anyway, I was right about that. Hunter Baumgardt was right about Garrett Mitchell. He's been a fan of Garrett Mitchell for a while. Last night was the Garrett Mitchell game. And I have a feeling Garrett Mitchell's going to work his way into Hunter's recap of last night's victory by the Brewers. But I have not pre-screened it. Neither has Armen. So let's all experience it together. Let's send it to our Brewers guy, Hunter Baumgardt.
Thanks, guys. The Brewers get another win over the Reds. They're 6-0 against them this year, a 4-2 victory last night. It was the Garrett Mitchell game, 4 for 4, 2 doubles, a triple, a single. Brewers manager Pat Murphy said, you know what, to be honest, at the beginning of the year, he didn't necessarily expect this from Mitchell.
Take any other player in baseball that's been missing for 4 years to have him play this way, and particularly tonight. I mean, the 4 at-bats, the base running, the whole thing. I mean, I didn't think it could happen. I didn't expect anything close to this for this kid. I'm really happy for him.
And Mitchell was in the middle of a controversial play in the 3rd inning. He slid into home on a bunt by Cooper Pratt, called out. After review, he was still called out. Did he think he was out? Not so much. Take a listen.
Did I get my foot in? Oh, yeah, for sure. You tell me, you see the replay?
The hard part on the replay angles that we have is was it up? You know, is there a little daylight? And it's
with my foot?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
So you're surprised. I mean, it's a long challenge. I don't know. What did you think? The longer that went on, did you think your chances increased?
No. I thought the longer it took that it wasn't. But like the way, especially like now that I'm going like feet first a lot more, like sliding not super late, but like intention is like getting the foot into the ground. And so like I for sure put the foot into the ground, but again, didn't go my way. That's okay. That's part of it. Just gotta keep going.
So the Brewers are going for a 4-game sweep this afternoon. 1:10 first pitch. Jacob Mizorowski on the mound for the Crew against Chase Burns of the Reds. Should be a great matchup coming up this afternoon. Milwaukee baseball tonight will air 6 to 7, Fox Sports 920 in Milwaukee. Doug Russell will be in for me on that program. I'll join you guys at 7:25 to talk more about the Crew. This report brought to you by Import Minded, your trusted choice for exceptional vehicle care on South 27th, just north of 894. Back to you guys.
Well done, Hunter Baumgardt.
Fantastic. And you were right. He called the Garrett Mitchell game.
Of course. And he was outside the ballpark. It's always fun to say, where's Hunter? Because he does his reports from a different spot of the ballpark every night.
And if you don't watch, you should be. Twitter X and
you should be.
Twitter X, Facebook, and YouTube. Drew, I love the attitude by Garrett Mitchell. Okay, didn't work out. Maybe it should have. Maybe it was a bad call. My job is to forge ahead, stay mentally tough, and stay focused. And that's what he did. And he got the winning hit for the Brewers. I love the year he's having. I love the redemption story. I love that he's proven people wrong that didn't believe in him just because of no fault of his own. He was getting hurt a lot.
If you had to buy stock in a player moving forward from this day on, you buying a Garrett Mitchell stock?
I think it's a good
or
one.
Sal Frelick.
No, Garrett Mitchell, and I said it 2 years ago, and people didn't like it. And last year I looked wrong. But I said Garrett Mitchell has the more long-term potential to be a great player than Sal Frelick. And that's not a knock on Sal. Garrett just has different abilities. That's just
Garrett has banked some service time on the injured list. No fault of his own. He's hurt, right? He's had, and Murph said, he's been snake bit.
And that's part of his story.
For 4 years. Part of his story. But, is he a guy that you see, extending? Is he a candidate for one of those extensions? He's arbitration eligible next year already. And 29, he's a free agent. So we'll consider that. We'll talk about that as we move forward. Dolph will join us at 6:25. Hunter at 7:25. We're glad you're hanging out with us, heading into the holiday. Strong. It's the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
I'm Doug Russell. The Brewers scored 2 runs early Wednesday night against the Reds, and then Milwaukee's bats went silent. They also had to overcome an iffy call on replay, but when the other team helps you out a little bit.
Check swing Tapper, third base side. Charging is Pratt, and now the throw to the plate. And Steer trying to wave the runner to second base. Steer in the rundown. And they put the tag on Spencer Steer.
Just your textbook 6-3-2-5-6 double play. The Brewers beat the Reds 4-2. Milwaukee goes for the rare 4-game sweep this afternoon. It'll get underway at 1:10. Jacob Mizorowski will pitch against Chase Burns. Former UW-Whitewater football player and athletic director Sean Eichhorst has been named the new AD at Wisconsin, and Team USA advances to the round of 16 at the World Cup, defeating Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0. Doug Russell, Wisconsin Radio Network. Hour 2 of the Huddle starts now. I'm Doug Russell on Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
Good morning, Wisconsin, and welcome to the Huddle.
I'm all for someone huddling if you have something to say.
It's time to wake up and talk about the teams you love.
Everybody wake up! Everybody wake
with the guys you love.
It's just about getting the group together. I need you, you need me today. Let's keep touching each other. Let's make sure we feel each other. Let's make sure we smell each other's breath.
Watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and X.
You need 15 or 20 huddles to correlate with the number of cameras.
Take the cameras off the field, and there'll be no huddles.
Now gather around because it's time to huddle up.
West left slot, 323 wide stick on 1. Ready, Biller for blitz. If it looks like man coverage, I'll check. I'll go 200 get. You got to cut and crack. Now cut and crack. Red right 18 Bob on 1. Ready, cut him and crack.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here and try to run this play in the alley.
What we gotta do? All right, that's all. Come on, y'all do. Let's go out and kick the tape. All right? 1, 2, 3.
Keep doing what you're doing. Sit out now and make the play.
Be right, all the way outside. Wide, left, fake, 396 bag, D hand, C puck. Is that long enough for you?
I want you to be proud of your profession. It's a great profession. Go out there and play this ball game like I know you can play it.
With Drew Olson,
mythical, legendary figure.
Bill Schmid.
Oh, my God. This man's been out all night.
And Armen Sarian.
This is it. Don't get scared now.
Sanchez, we ready?
Fox Sports Radio Wisconsin is on the air.
Dominating the airwaves on a Thursday in the good land. It's the Huddle. Fox Sports Radio Wisconsin, 920 Milwaukee, 1070 Madison, everywhere on the iHeart app, streaming live, Facebook, YouTube, and X for our friends, the early risers, insomniacs, and sociopaths who belong to the 5 o'clock club. And we welcome the 6 o'clock risers. Welcome in. I'm Drew Olson, joined by Armen Sarian. Billy Schmidt is on vacation today. Scott Dolphin joins us for halftime about 25 minutes from right now. Hunter Baumgardt will join us at 7:25. Chop it up about those red-hot Milwaukee Brewers who won again last night, 4-2. If you're just waking up, Garrett Mitchell game. Mitchell had 4 hits.
Oh, awesome.
Was in the center of everything. Almost hit for the cycle.
Yeah,
2 doubles and a triple.
Homer away.
Single. He was a homer away, and he missed a homer by just a couple of feet.
It was right there.
He was called out on replay at a controversial play at home plate. It could have been 5-2 instead of 4-2. Speaking of replay, the United States men's national team is through. They've gone. They're through.
Through is the correct, yes.
To the round of 16. Term. That's a soccer term. They're through.
They didn't win. They're through.
England is through.
Belgium is through.
Belgium is through in the game of the tournament so far.
We'll try and go through Belgium next.
That's right. And that is, there you go. That's one of those Wonka ticket things. Yeah. Which would you rather attend? The Major League Baseball All-Star game in Philadelphia or the U.S. men's national team playing Belgium in Seattle?
Well, it's hard for me to answer this because I've already been to an All-Star game. However, not to flex. I was working. No, I think really it's the USA-Belgium World Cup game. And for the main reason that this is real competition at its highest level for one of the most important prizes in the world. Obviously, it's still round of 16, but you're getting into all-time, memories territory with the deep run here when you get to this round. U.S. has not been able to achieve success like this in this tournament historically. This could be a moment for history. While all-star games are fantastic and fun, they're usually not the height of competition. Now, the MLB All-Star game does better than any other major sport in that.
Yep.
But we're talking about, Drew, probably the most intense level of the sport and the most intense competition. The guys will be playing for their lives. Like, everything depends on it, life and death. It's going to be one of the most amazing things probably to witness live that we've seen here in some time in terms of an international event. So it's going to be awesome.
The All-Star Game is a great event. I'm a big fan of it. It is the best All-Star game in sports.
Without a doubt.
Hands down, closest to the actual competition. However, I don't ever remember them blocking off streets.
No, this is not
and
even.
having parties. Like the Nomad in Milwaukee, there's bars, like outdoor watch parties, Zocalo, the food truck park, the Moran's on the south side. Shout out Moran's on the south side, had a big block on South Milwaukee. My buddy Bert Lauderdale was doing weather reports there and stuff. So kind of cool, a cool gathering there. There's all kinds of gatherings for these U.S. games.
Yeah, this team has captured the excitement, the imagination, and the spirit of Americans, and and internationals. I think there's a lot of people that came to visit to watch their teams play that are probably also sort of rooting for the Americans too, because they had a great time here with America as the host country, who's had a great run with that. So it's fantastic, Drew, and hopefully it continues to be as the U.S. Moves on here. Unfortunately, because of this controversial red card Balogun got last night, nonsense card.
Yeah, watching that in real time, I just didn't see any malice. It was almost a bad injury because of the way things went down. And when you watch it in slow motion or you watch still photos, you see his cleat scraping down the back of the guy's calf and then stepping on the ankle. Now, had that been intentional, red card, sure.
Maybe.
Criminal charges.
But you can't analyze it that way.
You can't analyze intent, and there was clearly no intent. That was an incidental, like a bad luck offshoot of the challenge. The challenge, the play.
That's where context matters, not just looking at a still frame and VAR. When context matters that they're both competing for a ball. It's not like just because the foot touched the ankle means nothing. You can't. This is not like the ball touching the ground in replay. You can't use a still frame for that.
And that's where the virtual assist referee is. Yikes. They had an expert on for those who did not watch the telecast and haven't seen the follow up. And let's take a listen to what a rules expert has to say about what happened and where it goes from here.
Talk to our very own Fox Sports rules analyst, Mark Plattenberg. You're the analyst here. You're the expert here. What can you explain to us this foul and this red card that was given to him?
Yeah, when I watched this in real speed, I didn't think it was much. I thought it was just a coming together of two players. And what you do see is that Balogun's challenge does catch his opponent on the back of the leg. And then when it comes down, it catches his ankle. And that's when the twist of the Bosnia-Herzegovina player's foot twists underneath him. The problem you've got is, to reach a criteria of the red card, it has to be some speed, there has to be some force, and there has to be some malice. This lacked that. But what it does have, which is what the element of the VAR is hiding behind, is it endangers the safety of the opponent because of that foot-on-foot challenge, which could have acted and ended with a broken ankle. So what they've done is they've looked at the consequence of the challenge. However, in my opinion, this didn't endanger the safety of the opponent. Balogun doesn't even look for the foul. It's one of them where it happens in a split second. He puts his foot down and catches the opponent. It was an accidental challenge. And for me, this did not reach the criteria of a red card, and it shouldn't have been a VAR intervention.
Well, Mark, thank you so much for explaining that. And I think we are all in agreement with that. Is there a way to appeal this? Is that a thing? Can they appeal this going into the next game?
Everything's for an appeal. However, it's up to US to make that appeal to FIFA disciplinary committee. And the problem with this is FIFA sets such a high bar, especially when it's a VAR intervention. This was a VAR intervention. Therefore, the bar's set so high, and it's not clearly wrong by the referee. So I doubt that they would win the appeal. And unfortunately, FIFA have a tariff of an automatic one-match suspension. And if they deem the challenge sufficient, they can upgrade this card from one match to anything that they they decide that, for example, we saw in the Canada guitar match where a player broke his leg, he got a one match, and he got 5 further match suspension. So they can upgrade this red card from one match. I doubt it.
Now, Mark, is that can they upgrade it only if they appeal, or they can just analyze it and continue to upgrade it if necessary?
So even if it's not appealed, FIFA disciplinary tomorrow will look at this challenge, and if they deem this a dangerous challenge, which could have endangered the safety of the opponent, they can upgrade this challenge. I doubt it, in my opinion, because I believe that this was an accident and they believed it was worthy of a red card. And that's where it should stay, the red card. It shouldn't be upgraded.
We need to talk to.
There you go.
There you have it.
A good, thorough explanation, even with that beautiful accent. Oh,
yes. Gotta love the British
that should
accent.
stay. That was like an Irish or Scottish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what a Gestapo organization, FIFA, that can walk around saying, yeah, you want to challenge it? You want to question my authority? I'm Kim Jong-un, and it's like, I can give you 5 more
Here's
matches.
5 more.
So basically, they're trying to scare off teams. What the explanation is, they want to scare off teams from questioning their authority, which is a little bit bombastic and ridiculous, Drew. However, I understand the motivation from the U.S. to say, let's not try and ruffle the feathers. But if you believe in yourself and if you believe in your challenge or what's the right word, appeal, then you should say we're standing up for what we believe is right, and we're not going to be afraid of your draconian, furthermore overhanded penalizing. Right?
Do the guys? There's like one guy. There's a committee. I don't know how it works, but FIFA is is like corrupt like the U.S. Olympic or the FIFA, like the
IOC.
Olympic, the IOC.
These are the most 2 corrupt organizations.
But
yes, I mean,
don't you get vibes like it's Vice Principal Vernon from the Breakfast Club?
Absolutely. They just want to
mess with the bull, get the horns.
The horns.
You want detention? 2 weeks?
Just want to prove a point. Power trip. I get that. Now, the thing is, the question is though, and you have to be judicious about it if you're the USA men's team. Will as they mentioned, there's going to already be a review on this. So is it worth it to even try and issue another review, or do you do it based on principle? Do you do it saying, we don't believe what you did was right? This is a miscarriage of justice to the United States men's national team. We're going to put on record for history that we've issued an appeal and an argument showing like you were wrong.
You absolutely do. That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of it's the 9th inning and it's a borderline call and you got a challenge left. Got a challenge.
You have to use every recourse in your measure within the system. Now, the fact is, I don't think they have the marbles, Drew, to give the U.S. more games on this because it's already a clear miscarriage of justice to give them 1 game and a red card. At the risk of being biased, which I am, it seems like a miscarriage of justice. This was a great explanation. There was clearly no ill intent. He wasn't even looking at the ankle at the player. He's looking at the ball. There's nobody that is intellectually honest with themselves that will say there should have been a red card. So I say you should make FIFA have to issue a statement on this. You should make them have to do it. And if they actually give more games, if they actually do this, shame on them. They'll be an embarrassment to the world, and at least everyone will know who the real emperor with no clothes on is, and it'll be FIFA. And we'll overcome anyway. That's the approach you have to have in the locker room. We're going to overcome this anyway, no matter what adversity they throw at us, no matter what they do. And that's how you place the chip on the shoulder, right, Drew? This is coaching 101, right?
Armen Sarian spitting hot nails of truth. Ladies and gentlemen, rack that.
This got me fired up last night. And that's why I was so impressed with the way they handled this situation in game. And we talked about it in the first hour. I think prior U.S. men's national teams in soccer, they've disappointed us. They would have crumbled. This team used this as fuel to stay even more mentally tough and more focused and to say we're a man down. We think what they did to us was wrong. This is a miscarriage of justice. We're not going to pout. We're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. We're going to circle the wagons. We're going to reorganize. We're going to dig in and play defense on a string together and stay mentally tough and overcome this adversity. Not only do they do that, they took momentum away from Bosnia, who was constantly getting frustrated that they couldn't get any sort of real, seriously good advances, even a man up. And then the counterattack started. The U.S. got more and more control. Our legs were fresher. We were faster and tougher. We got to their net, eventually got the free kick that gave us the second goal that put it away, Drew. It was so inspiring to see that.
It was.
So we'll see what happens now with Belgium.
Question is, was that a reflection of the evolution and the growth of the U.S. men's national team?
I hope
we
so.
Reached the point?
That's what we said.
Or was it a function of playing a tournament with the home field advantage?
So you remember in 94, Drew, I mean, I was only 10, but there was excitement. And I remember we made it through. This is America's time. This is the 90s. Every kid in America is playing soccer.
Soccer is the Dippin' Dots. It's the ice cream of the future. It's the sport of the future.
Now, you and Billy had a spirited debate about hockey with this. When the U.S. won the
I think I won that one. I do.
I mean, maybe it's
I
debated.
think I won that one because
The time will tell.
Well, Billy's thing was that inspiring U.S. hockey gold medal was going to spur interest in the NHL and the Stanley Cup. I don't think ratings went up considerably as a result.
But
I
I
don't
think
it did.
the idea is you have to see like, will more kids want to play and all these
Well,
things. Right?
sure,
I mean, that's part of
but
it.
there's never been a bigger moment in sports in my lifetime, and I'll never see one than the 1980 Miracle on Ice game, right? And that was something of a jumpstart. This was not that.
Again, maybe not.
But I'm just saying. But I knew it wouldn't because everything's so fleeting now. And you know how much bigger soccer's already. It's reached a level in the States, and people, like we've said, more and more people are following it in the Premier League. And what happened with soccer was for years, it's been like the most popular youth sport. Your daughter's going to be playing in 2 years because it's the law.
I absolutely not. I'm not even kidding you. I looked last night to see what the first Greenfield youth program. It's 3 years old.
Yeah.
You can play at 3, of course. And a lot of
and
kids
it's running
play.
out there, and it's a great base for other sports, and it's a great
coordination,
entree.
teamwork, running.
And just getting them out there and let them run around. It's fantastic. But a lot of people, the thing was like, the thing always was with soccer, a little bit where lacrosse is now. Go back 30 years, like lacrosse. You got kids playing lacrosse whose parents didn't play. And like you ask, like KB will tell you, those are the quietest sidelines because no one knows the rules and they don't know how to bitch at the ref. They don't know anything about tactics and
That's
stuff.
great.
Now, the next generation, you're going to have kids who play lacrosse, passing it on to to their children. Right. And that's where we are with soccer, though it didn't translate into mass popularity. But it's the world's game. It's again, I'm not anti-soccer, to their children. Right. What are you doing, Armen? What am I hearing?
Sorry about that.
I was hearing a little slap back there. But so that again, it's found its place, and it doesn't have to be. If you don't like soccer, fine. Like, there's plenty of other stuff to watch. Some people don't like baseball. They think it's too slow.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think the NBA sucks and college basketball is better. Other people think college basketball sucks and the NBA is better. By the way, we got to talk about the NBA trade that rocked the world.
We'll get to
last
that.
night. We'll get to that with Dolphin.
So much to talk about.
So much to talk about. But when it comes to soccer, though, I don't know. Like we've reached the evolution where, the U.S. should be better, and they we've got guys playing internationally now, and that's the way to get better. It's a little bit like we're catching up to soccer in the States the way the rest of the world caught up to basketball.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely. And
so there will come a time when some of the top players in the Premier League or the Bundesliga or La Liga are going to be from the States.
Kind of what the Dream Team did for the world basketball in some ways
exactly.
in 92.
Exactly. So that's, that's all. It's all evolving. It just hasn't come as quickly as some had hoped.
Well, and how you measure it too.
When I was growing up, they told us that soccer was the sport of the future, and we were going to have the metric system in 5 years.
Well, we're not getting the metric system. I'll tell you
that.
That
happened. Neither has come. Dippin' Dots is the ice cream of the future for 30 years.
I will say this: they don't put that on there anymore. You can just buy Dippin' Dots.
I know.
It no longer says ice cream.
Ice cream of the future.
The future is now.
Yeah. Well, it's been ice cream of the future was their tag for 30 years. When is the future?
Yeah, the future is now.
But again, soccer though, like and now we have generations who have played it, and people grew up playing it. And if you play through high school, because a lot of people play it and then they give it up. It's like
for more popular, more lucrative sports.
Well,
most kids want to play sports that they dream about making it big at. And right now in the soccer we don't. But that might change, Drew. That's the debate.
I don't know, man. I think that
I think we still like other sports too. So
yeah,
specializing,
it's just part of the menu.
Most of the time, it doesn't take first place.
Right?
Yeah,
it's part of the menu. But it's a great sport for kids. Cardio. My daughter played soccer and select soccer through like junior high, and that was her springboard, and it gave her a base to be in cross country and track.
Although yes,
because the aerobic capacity that she developed.
I will say this: it sure does seem like every 12-year-old kid or an under now, for like when they're wearing a jersey, it's a soccer jersey. They know international stars.
Yeah.
We didn't know that in 94.
You're right.
We were excited about the World Cup, but I was still wearing the NBA jerseys.
And now like it's the bar culture of bars that open for soccer matches for the Premier League and stuff and for early mornings. That helps. And the World Cup is different. The same way people get fired up about speed skating every 4 years. They don't watch it in between, but every Olympics they're into it. Right. So that's kind of the World Cup, and that's okay. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
And it's people thought, oh, soccer's being forced down our throats. Is it really? Like you can't find something else to watch on Netflix or Hulu?
It's not being forced on not at all. It's just that people are excited about it, and you didn't want to be excited about it for whatever reason. So you get annoyed that other people are excited about it.
Exactly.
So you have to come back. Here's another thing that fires me up before we get to Dolph. I've had enough of your remedial 30-year-old takes, everybody out there. If you're going to come out with this, I don't get the time. I don't understand why stoppage works this way. Why do guys are fake falling? Give me a break. The sport of basketball is one of the most popular sports in America right now still. NBA is super popular, and it's based on falling. So don't give me this crap anymore about you don't like guys falling and you don't get the time. The time is very easy to figure out. If you can't figure out the time, this is, no offense, a 30-year-old remedial take that I don't want to hear anymore. It's garbage. Go somewhere else with this take. But don't be around people that actually care about the sport and want to watch it and are enjoying it, all right?
We should.
If you just want to say, I don't like soccer because of the way it makes me feel about the sports I grew up with, then just say that and get out of here. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about your remedial take about the stoppage time.
Now you got me considering, because it's one of the biggest cliches is the summer sports talk radio Mount Rushmore debate. The Mount Rushmore of cliched sports takes. Baseball's unwritten rules are so stupid.
Here we go again. Same old stuff. Well, it's just somebody thinks they're coming up with something brilliant by saying, oh, I don't understand why they count up and then there's extra time, but it's 45 minutes. It's a pretty simple.
And the only person who
thing.
knows is the referee.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple concept. There's stoppage time because there's a running clock. If you can't understand it, you can't do basic math, and you have no basic level of understanding and logic. I'm sorry, that's on you.
Love it.
And I think people like being able to sing Country Roads and a little John Denver together. How great was that?
I think they do.
That was exciting.
I think you're right. All right. Armen's on a heater today.
Derek
I can't wait till Monday when Billy gets back and we're gonna have to rack some of these and play them for Billy.
But Derek from Whitewater's right. I couldn't believe when they put up 10 minutes of stoppage. I'd never seen 10 minutes of extra time in a match. But there was a lot of extra time taken away from
there was.
That,
did you?
Review.
That review. And
yeah,
stuff.
I get it. I just thought it'd be like 8 or 7.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Then
we won anyway. We overcame anyway.
I mean, Belgium used all of that to its advantage. Like craziness. All right. When we come back, Dolph is going to drop in. It's halftime of our last show of the week before the holiday weekend. We'll talk to Dolph about Summerfest, about soccer, about Garrett Mitchell. Oh, and the big NBA trade. The Jaylen Brown trade to Philadelphia was shocking. And it makes me feel better about the way the Bucks are being run right now. We'll discuss that as we move forward. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
Virginia.
Drew and Armen huddled up. This portion of the program brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Check them out online, gamedaymen'shealth.com. Make that appointment. They'll be closed down for the 4th, like a lot of things are, but then do it next week. Seize the rest of the summer, seize the day, maximize your life. GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Make the appointment for the free, no obligation consult and get started with GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Halftime of the program, we welcome Scott Dolphin. So much to unpack, Dolph. Starting with the U.S. men's national team. Did you stay up and watch the game?
I did. That was exciting. It was fun.
Awesome.
Kind of a bummer of a red card.
We've been talking about that. Our former colleague El Baldo is so anti-replay. And I was thinking about it, like, Armen, you're our tennis expert. Yeah. Tennis seems to have that figured out. And the ABS system in baseball seems to be figured out. Though some would say, why don't they just use it for every pitch and get every pitch right?
I don't think you want to do that because it'll really change the nature of the game, right? Every pitch can be and that's the same with tennis. You still want to keep lines people in there and all that stuff. So what I would say is tennis does it. Tennis has the system that's done it right, and ABS has kind of mimicked that, where it can be quick, it can be a part of the thing that's exciting for fans, and it can be accurate beyond its computer. So it's not, no one can really debate it. It's not like still a human decision. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And in tennis, people get into it because it's like, all right, there's a challenge. Everyone starts clapping and see where the ball goes. And we do the same thing now with ABS. And we pointed this out, Drew, that has some of the most crowd energy sometimes, the ABS reactions, is anything. Billy and I love this because it kind of disrespects the player, especially if it's a road team and he gets it wrong and everyone can make fun of that guy. So I think baseball has done great with ABS. It's mimicked tennis. I think those two sports kind of lend themselves to the most perfect kind of replay type system.
I love how fast ABS. That's the best thing about it.
Best thing about it.
It's like right now.
You don't have to wait around.
That call last night, I got thinking a lot about college football, and you'll say, no way that's targeting, but yet the ref will go under the hood or whatever, and he'll come back and still say it's targeting, and that player's out for the rest of the half.
Still a human decision.
It is. And the guy just made the bad call last night. Even the Premier League expert official that was with Fox last night said,
we just played that.
You got to watch that in real time, man.
Yeah. And you can't watch that. And so that's
the picture doesn't help. Yeah.
That's the grounds for their appeal, is that procedurally they shouldn't have used like slow motion to look at that.
Right.
And it made it look worse. It always looks worse, but man, so Garrett Mitchell out at the plate last night on a play that he should have been safe. And then the U.S. getting a red card that's going to hamper them as they move forward against Belgium.
The more I watched the Garrett Mitchell play, I thought, ooh, they might not, just because you couldn't see exactly where the contact was being made. It's such a bang call, but I thought they would overturn it. But then the longer they took, I thought, no, this is
funny because both of those things took place around the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
in real time.
We got to overcome. And listen, both of our teams overcame that.
El Baldo calls it the false god of replay. I think replay on balance is positive, but it has its warts like everything else.
Well, it does. For me, especially in the NFL, is the length that it takes sometimes to get a call right. Sometimes, and even in Major League Baseball, it takes forever sometimes.
In the NFL, it just defies logic sometimes. Like, we can all see that ball hit the ground, and then they're like, well, that's a catch. Like, what?
Right.
We all saw it.
That's kind of what everyone felt last night with the red card. And it's like, I don't know anyone. I mean, it's based on someone's opinion, the way the rule is. So I understand why it happened, because someone could have the opinion, but no one could understand how someone could have that opinion, even though it's a bad opinion. People have bad opinions in the world all the time. So it is what it is. But someone that's professionally charged to make that call makes that type of call. It just seems unconscionable. I don't understand it. And also the penalty seems overhanded. Like, to say like you have to lose another game. It's a 1.5 games.
It is. Well, it's just, I think it's a flaw, because usually the red card is a heinous act. I mean, it's something nasty enough that gets you kicked out.
Clearly intentional and malicious.
Trying to injure someone.
Like, and this was not clearly.
Pushing a guy in the back or spiking him in the face or punching him.
Baumgardt wasn't even looking at the guy. He was looking for the ball when it happened.
Quite obviously, too. So the fact that he's going to be out a game and a half because of that.
And you can make the case the U.S. was already penalized by having to play 35 minutes shorthanded, and they ended up getting a wonderful goal.
That in itself.
Wonderful goal.
Even in college football, you only lose a half.
That's right. And so put somebody in your place.
That was messed up.
It's designed, I guess, a heavy-handed penalty like that is designed to deter.
So
it is ridiculous.
I saw a lot of people on social media say, this is why Americans don't watch soccer.
Yeah, right.
I don't like that either.
Whatever. I don't like that either. That's lazy.
That's just somebody that doesn't want
to
like soccer.
I know.
Yeah. I don't know all about this, so therefore it sucks.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Same thing with music and everything. Speaking of music, Dolph, I got a doubleheader today. I'm going to do Brewers, Reds, Miz against Chase Burns, and then Summerfest at night.
Yeah, you got a day, man. Get your free T-shirt, right? It's Miz Day at the.
It is. It's Miz Day. It's Dollar Hot Dog Day.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, getaway day. Brewers with a chance with a 4-game sweep. We also found out last night that Miz likely isn't pitching in the All-Star game because he's scheduled to pitch that last Sunday against Pittsburgh.
I enjoyed that interview he did with Boog Shambi and the crew from ESPN. But he said he would love to start the All-Star game, but yeah, it's going to be a scheduling thing.
By the way, we are predisposed to hate most things Chicago and especially Cubs adjacent. It's impossible to hate Boog Shambi. He's one of the best guys out there, man. I love Boog. Good. Boog is amazing. He's such a good dude. I met him when he was with the Marlins as a youngster.
Wow.
And, he was he and Lenny Casper were broadcasting for the Marlins in the late 90s.
No kidding.
Yeah. In the 2000s. Yeah. So that was cool.
Len Casper's great too. He's with the White Sox now, right?
Yep, White Sox guy. So are you going to go to Summerfest tonight?
Yes, we'll be there.
Are you there with your Rat Pack?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be there probably mid-afternoon.
I was thinking about this because I've seen your boys without you, your crew. The Koozie crew.
The Koozie crew from Shank Hall. We're normally always there together, but we have, I might be at a different stage.
Well, yeah, you guys zip around, and I've seen you guys independent, so it's not like you totally move in a pack.
No.
However, where are the wives? Where are the significant others?
Oh, they realize. Well, some don't have significant others via either divorce or have just never been married.
Via choice.
But our other wives just know that during Summerfest we're probably going to be going.
To me, that's awesome because you probably hear this a lot too. And my wife, like I go on vacation with my boys, and like, oh, your wife lets you do that? Like, my wife doesn't let me do anything. She's like,
and we
can do what we want.
And we've done those trips too to Nashville, Packer games, Badger games.
Sure.
We do that too. But yeah, at Summerfest, now my wife goes to Summerfest occasionally. But for the most part, she doesn't want to be down there all day, every day.
I do it. Yeah. Like that's your thing.
She's happy to have you there.
It's your thing.
Yeah, probably, Armen.
Now, does your wife play golf?
A little bit. She started in the last year or two.
That's another thing where the couples who golf together, I'm like, whoa, really? Like that's where I go to get away.
Yeah. We've only done the par 3 things. And I think if we start golfing regularly, maybe after retirement, we'll probably, have our own little thing where we go out during the day and hit 9
It's good to be together, and it's good sometimes to be apart, right?
Now, yeah, it is. And we also just got a dog, so that's going to be a big part of our life.
I did not know this.
Okay.
Huge.
Yeah.
Only a few days in.
Or
got a puppy.
Rescue, or what's
it's
the
2 months
situation?
old.
Yeah.
Puppies are tougher than toddlers.
It's been a process. It's like having our kids all over again.
Right, but they don't eventually talk. That's the problem.
Yeah,
or it's a
eventually,
good thing, maybe.
Doesn't matter if you have a bad day or they have a bad day. You're still best friends at the end of the day.
That's why people love it, right? Because they'll never be upset at you.
But my wife has always been extremely allergic to the point where she got allergy shots and all of that stuff. But this is it's a golden doodle, so it's hyperallergenic.
I had one of those for years. They're awesome.
Very popular dogs.
At 2 months old, this has been a great dog so far.
Yeah. Oh, that's
awesome.
amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's funny because last night, again, my wife went out with her girlfriends. What did I say? She said, I'm going to dinner with the girls. Have fun.
Have fun.
And so I took the dog on a walk and stopped at a couple bars and had some pops.
That's awesome. Exactly. That's what you do.
Beautiful summer deal.
Love that.
So I had my companion.
Yeah, I love that.
That cracks me up.
Who have you seen at Summerfest?
Armen. I'm going to watch Armen watch the Gin Blossoms. No, I'm just going to walk around.
I will be there,
I'm
Armen.
fired up. We've got, are you kidding me? We've got a great lineup for Armen and my Zeitgeist.
Sister Hazel, Spin Doctors.
Sister Hazel, Spin Doctors, and Gin Blossoms. Why ever have anything but a 90s act? I'm sorry. That's what I want to see.
And 90s acts still
Candlebox.
Of course they do. It's all elder millennials like me that have time and well, I want to say money. Some of us, I don't, but some people have money. And they go and they want to indulge in these acts. Why do you think the Backstreet Boys is more profitable now than they were even back in the
because they can charge more.
The MTV days, because they can charge more.
And for the most part, 90s acts are still bringing it. There's 80s acts that are hit or miss at Summerfest or anywhere else, as we found out with people like David Lee Roth or Vince Neil.
Right, they're getting older.
Over the past couple of years.
But you take a band like Gin Blossoms, they've been a great professional pro touring band for a long time. They still are together. They still sound good.
I've never seen them do a bad show.
They never do. Robin is a pro, is a great front man. So I just love them a lot. Obviously, I feel about like Third Eye Blind and all those teams. I'm excited to hear Sister Hazel. I haven't heard them in a while.
They did a country project, they were working on in Nashville the last couple of years.
They were like a jangle pop type group always, so that's pretty cool. Yeah.
All Time Low is another
that's a good
kind of
one.
90s band. They're playing on the next stage. They're at the T-Mobile tonight. So Gin Blossoms, All Time Low.
You got Muse
Sean
on
Paul. Muse on the main stage. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
That'll be a big show.
Summerfest is always big. You can't go wrong there. I'll probably go all 3 days. It's hard for me not to go.
I'll see you there.
Why
I'll
not?
see you
You're
there.
there.
You can bring in a bottle of water today and tomorrow. Because
Armen, go tomorrow. You can see Flo Rida.
Listen, I would think. Listen,
hey,
my house. You know what I'm saying? Flo Rida. That's a great
Whiskey
one.
Myers.
Maybe
They're fantastic.
Maybe I can make it tomorrow.
We'll do Banton. Yeah. Anyway, like Summerfest is going on. Dolph, I was telling Armen before, my wife pointed out that we have no concrete plans for the weekend, and it's blissful. We can do whatever we want, whenever we want.
Nice.
We have nowhere to go, no obligations. Like, that's nice.
It's amazing how in your 20s you could have a little anxiety about a weekend with no plans. Like, am I FOMO? Am I missing out? Are kids out partying? Like, what am I doing? But now it's absolute nirvana.
You just want time.
They have nothing to do but wake up and start cooking bacon and like it's just nirvana.
I was telling Armen that's the way I like to go on vacation too. Some people are planners. We're doing this, we're doing this excursion. I don't like signing up for the excursions. Like, if we want to go jet skiing or we want to go parasailing or we want to go on a catamaran, let's do it. Decide day of.
Make that decision.
I don't like having stuff locked in on vacation. I just want to let the day happen and let it unfold.
I'm with you. I'm more of a beach guy now. My wife, we're doing Iceland in a couple of weeks with FM 106, and we've got a lot of excursions locked in over there.
Pretty wild.
That's one thing
right,
you can argue about as a couple sometimes, but it's all
Dolph, I got to ask we got to get to a nuts and bolts sports thing right now. The shocking trade in the NBA last night. Jaylen Brown to the rival Sixers for Paul George and a raft of picks.
I can't figure that out.
What Celtics fans are going crazy.
Yeah,
they think it's the worst trade. It's Luka 2.0.
They must have been. The only thing I can think of is the Celtics must have been desperate to get rid of him for the best offer, which some people think are pennies on the dollar, but they get picks and they got Paul George.
Well, it would be one thing if he wasn't under control, right? He's got a year or two left.
But
right?
He's just been so upset with the way that they've treated him, and he was obviously in the Giannis dealings, and he's outspoken about it. They just think I think the relationship they figured can't be repaired. And if you don't think he's going to have big games against Boston, forget Andrew Toney. This is the next Boston Strangler. Okay.
Well, and the Celtics, are they following the Bucks' path of winning a title and then dissolving into nothing with injuries and just
maybe
because if Tatum opts out.
The Bucks tried, at least, I would say.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like the Celtics, maybe you can say they tried to
Paul
get
George. Paul George's not the answer there.
No.
But now the Sixers their fans are like, let's go get LeBron now.
We're next, right? That's what
Embiid, LeBron, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. Keep Embiid healthy.
So
don't forget about Maxey and Edge.
Maxey's
that's what I'm saying.
Maxey is an absolute stud.
They have young guards.
So they're like now they're like, let's load up and get LeBron. They're contenders now. The Raptors are a contender with Kawhi, but the whole thing with Jaylen Brown makes me feel better about the Bucks not making that trade with the Celtics.
Yeah.
To get Jaylen Brown and make you feel good that you got a star player, he'd have been pissed. He'd have been out of here on the first thing smoking.
Sure.
And the Bucks would have been left holding nothing.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So, and it was, according to reports, it was Jimmy Haslam who said, no, we're taking the Heat's offer. We're not taking Jaylen Brown because he ain't going to stay. And that was the whole Myles Garrett lesson. Maybe Jimmy Haslam's evolving as an owner after giving Deshaun Watson the bag.
Thank you, Jimmy Haslam. Has anybody ever said thank you to him?
No. Has anybody ever said he made a shrewd move?
Right.
No.
I might have to stop by the Pilot Flying J today and get gas.
No, you don't. You'll stop a quick trip like the rest of them.
Yeah, stop a quick. Yeah,
then,
exactly.
All right. And on the way out, speaking of Bucks, it's not game balls and kicks to the balls, but a permanent kick to the balls to whoever tagged the freaking Giannis mural.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And shout out to the artist who immediately came by and fixed it.
I love that, by the way.
Yeah,
that.
Put a camera on that damn thing.
Absurd. And I feel like that wasn't even like a Giannis thing. It's just some jerk trying to
exactly.
vandalize,
Yeah, it wasn't a protest.
Right.
Like, I was
not at all.
I said on TV last week, I don't see anybody burning Giannis jerseys or anything. It's like, no, that's not what's happening.
There's a couple voices out there trying to I think drum that up, but it's ridiculous.
Some jackwaffle tagging that should be sacred and better not anybody mess with that euchre merch.
Oh no. I don't think that will ever happen.
If that happens,
unless the same guy does it.
If that happens, you'll see millions of fists ready to fight,
right.
To find that person and to string them up. Like, come on,
absolutely.
Not to sound like I'm just saying.
And the location of that is cool too because it's right by the Pfister, and it's where a lot of teams stay, and they'll get to see Uke.
It is. It's just right around the corner on the Wintrust.
Yeah, the Wintrust building. It's pretty cool.
I think it's cool to have public art.
We're not the city of festivals anymore. We're the city of murals. Who's next?
Why not?
Garrett Mitchell after a 4-hit night?
Maybe. Who's worthy?
Miz?
Who's mural worthy? Why don't we have a mural?
Let's put Miz up on the side of our tallest building.
Remember in Chicago, they used to keep repainting the murals on that one building?
Oh, sure.
And people would come around. It was rod. I remember I was a kid and we'd drive to my grandma's house on the south side. We'd drive by that. And I would always be like, who's going to be on the building this time?
That was a great mural. How about the whale wall? Remember that?
Oh, I totally remember that.
Of course.
In the Mitchell interchange, right?
Right.
Not
Yes.
the Mitchell.
Yeah. It was
Marquette interchange.
Marquette interchange. Yeah.
Went off the whale wall.
That was awesome. Yeah,
That's a good topic for a summer. Who's next? To the
Who's
mural?
next for a mural? Absolutely. Along with our Mount Rushmore, the cliche Mount Rushmore sports talk summer topic, Mount Rushmore of cliched sports takes. Baseball's unwritten rules are dumb. Soccer's stupid and boring.
Timing
is why we don't watch soccer.
Why doesn't soccer? How come only the referee knows how much time is left on the clock? That's stupid. It is what it is.
Yeah, what are you?
Dolph, let's have a weekend. Let's have a summer. Huh?
All right,
Let's take tomorrow off.
See you at Summerfest.
Yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. We're going to take a quick break. Billy is coming back on Monday. Hunter Baumgardt joins us an hour from right now. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
What do you?
Hey, hold on. 2 cars come. You got 2 cars coming 2 different ways. Here you go, there. Bag up, Terry. Put in reverse, Terry. Put in reverse. Oh, Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. What you doing, Terry? Terry, what you
A highlight of any 4th of July. Back up, Terry.
Back up, Terry.
Oh, Lord.
I think Terry, they always have
back up, Terry.
There we go. The local, whatever the local news stations are where he lives, always do like update videos every 4th on Terry and how he's doing. And
yeah.
And that's been a good story. Like people have donated for a new wheelchair for him and all kinds of stuff. Because obviously
that was harrowing to watch,
yeah.
but it's funny now that you know he was okay.
Okay, back up, Terry. What you did?
Back up, Terry. If you're wondering what that is, Google it. It's we've been playing it for years here. We've been laughing about it for years. Back up, Terry.
When did that originally happen? 10 years ago, maybe?
At least. He's our superhero of the day. Back up, Terry, for making us laugh every 4th of July. I like Back Up Terry Day more than I like Bobby Bonilla Day. That's just me.
Yes. The
back up, Terry.
The back up Terry meme features Memphis native Ontario Terry Davis. In a 4th of July video, motorized wheelchair malfunctions installed, and onlooker yelled back up Terry. And so, yeah.
Put it in reverse.
People had, after that viral fame, there were donations. Fans gave him, bought him a new wheelchair and a wheelchair accessible van so his family could, because he had a difficult disabling accident that put him in that situation. And obviously, that was a great example of humanity giving back after thanking him for entertaining them for so long.
Entertained us big time.
So
He's our superhero of the
yes.
day, brought to us by Current Electric. Call current.com. You see the superheroes on the side of the vans. Well, he's a superhero. So is Garrett Mitchell, honorable mention today, and the U.S. men's national team for overcoming the bogus red card. Call current.com, the superheroes, all your electrical needs. If you still need that outdoor lighting, backyard setup, you can still maximize the summer. It's still time. And if you have anything that requires, anything tricky, don't mess around it. Armen, there's some things people might say, I can install a ceiling fan. I'll go to YouTube University. When it comes to electricity, go to the experts. Call current.com, Current Electric.
Absolutely, Drew. There's some things you don't want to mess with, and there's some things you need to be working right, and that's one you want to make sure you go to the experts for. Mulch, maybe I can put mulch on by myself. Yeah, that's one thing. Maybe I can do mulch. Electric, no, I'm not messing with that. Let's let the experts do it. Hero of the day, Terry. Back up, Terry.
Back up, Terry. Back up, Terry. Fantastic.
Yeah, there it is. I just every year catching up with Memphis, backing up Terry. Like, so there's always a, that's if you're a local news director, Drew, isn't that one of like the easy ones? Just to say, someone go out to do a story with Terry. Someone go out there and do it. I think he's got like t-shirts and stuff you can buy. So that's pretty awesome.
Yep. All right, keep them coming. 877-794-1973 gets you in to the talk and text line. You can comment on the YouTube stream as well, Facebook, YouTube, and X, which is where we're hanging out here on the Huddle today and every day, basically. But yeah, today is our last day of the week. We got Hunter Baumgardt. He's going to join us at 7:25 Talk Brewers. In the meantime, I will tell you that, again, we're midway through the year. We're kind of midway through the summer.
Yeah.
Time to take stock. If you've got orthopedic problems, if you've got aches and pains that won't go away, our friends at Orthopedic Associates Wisconsin can help you. orthowisconsin.com is their website. If anybody in your family suffers an injury playing a sport in the summer, which is quite common these days, go to the best. Check them out. orthowisconsin.com. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. All right. 7 o'clock hour. We'll welcome a whole new batch of people who are just waking up on this lovely 2nd of July. You are in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
I'm Doug Russell. Garrett Mitchell's career began as a first-round draft pick with a rapid ascension to the major leagues. Then the injuries started to pile up. He missed most of the last 4 seasons with them. Wednesday night, a career-high 4 hits, and they were clutch.
Line drive, left center field. It comes into play. It'll roll all the way to the wall. In to score is Vaughn. Mitchell racing for third, and he's in.
Mitchell also came within a few feet of a cycle. His first hit of the game was a double off of the left center field wall. The Brewers double up the Reds 4-2. Milwaukee goes for the rare 4-game sweep this afternoon, starting at 1:10. Jacob Mizorowski pitches against Chase Burns. The University of Wisconsin has their new athletic director, former school deputy AD under Barry Alvarez, as well as former Miami and Nebraska AD Sean Eichhorst will officially replace Chris McIntosh. The final hour of the Huddle starts now. I'm Doug Russell on Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin.
Good morning, Wisconsin, and welcome to the Huddle.
I'm all for someone huddling if you have something to say.
It's time to wake up and talk about the teams you love.
Everybody wake up! Everybody wake
With the guys you love.
It's just about getting the group together. I need you need me today. Let's keep touching each other. Let's make sure we feel each other. Let's make sure we smell each other's breath.
Watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and X.
You need 15 or 20 huddles to correlate with a number of cameras.
Take the cameras off the field, then there'll be no huddles.
Now gather around because it's time to huddle up.
West left slot, 323 wide stick on one. Ready, Biller for blitz. If it looks like man coverage, I'll check. I'll go 200 get. You got to cut and crack. Now cut and crack. Red right 18 Bob on one. Ready, cut him and crack.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here and try to run this play in the alley.
We got exactly what we got to do. All right? That's all we're going to do. Let's go out and kick the tape. From right, hey, yo. 1, 2, 3.
Keep doing what you're doing. Sit our guys after and make the play.
Be right, all the way outside. Wide, left, fake, 396 bag, D hand, C puck. Is that long enough for you?
I want you to be proud of your profession. It's a great profession. Go out there and play this ball game like I know you can play it.
With Drew Olson,
Mythical, legendary figure.
Bill Schmid,
Oh my God, this man's been out all night.
and Armen Sarian.
This is it. Don't get scared now.
Sanchez, we ready?
Fox Sports Radio Wisconsin is on the air.
Dominating a Thursday in the good land. It's the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio Wisconsin, broadcasting live, 920 Milwaukee, 1070 Madison, worldwide on the iHeart app, YouTube, Facebook, and X as well. Hello, 7 o'clock clubbers. Welcome.
Brand new type of club. I love it.
Bandwagon.
Brand new energy in the 7
Plenty of
o'clock
room
club.
on this train, carrying saints, sinners, losers, and winners, and the early risers, insomniacs, and sociopaths who are among us.
Yes, indeed.
I'm Drew Wilson, joined by Armen Sarian. Billy's on vacation. He'll be back on Monday. Great call by him. I think the veteran play by Billy, this is the week where you take your vacation, if you're going to take it, and you burn 4 days this week. You get the holiday kicker on Friday, and then you use the 5th day for Monday.
Well, that would be, wow.
And then
that's just gluttonous, but I love it.
It's a week of vacation, but that's the way, like, you can look at the clock.
Yeah, you're right.
You can look at the calendar and you can maximize weeks like that.
Yeah.
And then take that, you're going to burn a week of vacation. Well, you save that extra day.
No, you're right. I mean, that would be the way to do it.
I did make the rookie mistake. I think I took off the week of, what was it, Memorial Day? I put in for 5 days of vacation.
And you're like, why
not realizing that one of them was a holiday and I didn't have to. So
yeah, that is a rookie move. This way, yes, you could get the full week and you take Monday and you get the long holiday weekend. But I do risk a little bit of you don't want to run from the grind either. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. I mean, that would be the way to do it. That'd be a veteran move. But you learn these things as you get older, Drew.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You can reach us 877-794-1973. Time for a little Who's Hot, Who's Not, brought to us by Donovan Jorgensen. Well, we're all hot. We all have been for a while.
It's been hot.
We've been talking about thermostat wars. My wife likes it a little warmer than I do. She doesn't like to be cold. And she works from home, so I kind of let her, but man, I don't like walking in and feeling it be stuffy.
Well, no, I mean, it's got to
be cool.
Even if you like it warm.
I want it cool.
I do. I
love hot weather, but when I'm inside at home, I want it to be cool.
Especially at night. You can't just, even if you like it warm, you can't deal with this. So you got to have it cool. We're all hot. Although the irony of it is, Drew, I think right now, this moment is probably the coolest temperature you've had in the last 72 hours.
Yeah, because we had rain come through.
We just had rain come through, so it's dipped under 70. But it's going to get hot again. I mean, the high is going to be 91 today, this afternoon, at least on my app here in Milwaukee. And the funny thing is, everyone's like, well, the cool down will start Thursday. There ain't no cool down.
Yeah.
It's 90. It's
relative.
still 90. And I mean, even tomorrow, the high will be 86. It's all relative. By Saturday, it might cool down a little bit, but it's still going to be hot out there. Right. So, get that extra layer of iron jock ready. That's all I'm going to say.
Donovan Jorgensen Heating and Cooling, employee owned since 1985. They are the leaders in HVAC in the Milwaukee area. Check them out, whether it's an install, maintenance, or a service repair. If you need a service call, baby. But they're on call for you. They'll work for you. Donovan Jorgensen. Who's hot? Who's not? Who's hot? Garrett Mitchell. He was our runner-up for superhero because we did Backup Terry as our superhero of the day. But Garrett Mitchell's hot. He has been hot. You know who else is hot? Trevor McGill.
Yeah, what has it been now? How many saves in a row for him? He's on a good streak.
He's gone several weeks without allowing a run.
Ever since that bump in the road.
Yep.
It's been pretty amazing. Now, you know how this goes, Drew. When he gives up a run, it's going to be sky is falling.
Calamitous. Get rid of him. He sucks.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be,
relief pitchers aren't allowed to give up runs, Armen.
That's what it is.
They have to be perfect every time.
Especially if you're anointed the closer.
Yeah. For
He's
sure.
a closer, therefore you must be.
For sure.
Eckersley never gave up a run.
And
right?
then, yeah, famously.
And Raleigh.
And then, so who's hot? Who else is hot? Aaron Ashby, the Vulture. He should lean into that. Just start put out Vulture merch.
I think it's time for him not only to put out Vulture merch, but like if his win-loss record continues to be what it is, he should just order some jewelry and wear it on his chest. Like, 15-0 or whatever it comes out like. He's doing what most pitchers dream of, and that's doing the Kramer, which is falling ass backwards into wins. Now, I want to say this. He's not doing that. He's pitching well. But the fact that the stat of circumstances are going his way this year and the win-loss thing, it's going to be remarkable. It's going to be one of those great trivia questions for years to come, Drew.
Yeah.
Hey, who was the wins leader back in,
He's 12-1.
Yeah, he did have a loss. That's right, 12-1.
He's on pace to win 20 games out of the bullpen.
What if that actually happens?
Wild. What if he's on pace?
Yeah, but doesn't that pace have to
I'd be
stop?
surprised if he didn't.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
It'd be incredible.
We finally have a 20-game winner in this town.
Who's not hot?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Brad Stevens.
He's taking the barbs. I mean, and I didn't expect it to be this bad.
I didn't think you could go in a span of like a couple weeks from like, everybody loves him to everybody hates him.
He's been boy wonder in Boston for some time. He's
Heel
got
turn.
the title. He's got the world championship. But man, I think I notice sometimes, Drew, there are times when I feel like, man, I've got my pulse on the culture. And there are times when I don't. And then it surprises me. And although I saw this and said, wow, they're trading him to the Sixers, that's a surprise. I guess it's the best deal they could get. Then I saw 2 picks. Paul George said, okay. But I didn't expect the reaction that I'm seeing in terms of how I saw someone tweet a prominent voice. I can't remember the name now. It was prominent sports voice. There was the Babe Ruth trade to the Red Sox, and then there was this. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, it was Mark Spears.
Bad? Yeah, Mark Spears. Thank you. I'm like, great. Like, really? Is it that bad? Like the Luka trade? I mean, that one was more unconscionable. At least this one, they felt like they could get something for, probably. And to me, it's just an indicator that the relationship was irrevocably, is that the right term? Broken with Jaylen Brown, the Celtics. And if he wasn't going to work there, they had to make a move.
And
now the Sixers, you could say you traded him to Philly, our rival. Like, really?
The Celtics overestimated Jaylen Brown's market value.
Well, especially when everybody in the world knew that he didn't want to come back. I think that was the problem. And that's kind of that's the way I looked at what Giannis gave us as a final gift, because he never said anything.
Absolutely. Armen, you're hot for that comment. Donovan Jorgensen, by the way, who's hot, who's not. Because people are like, why didn't Giannis just say he wanted out? Because then it makes it harder to trade him. He actually did the Bucks a solid by shutting up. And maybe the Bucks told him not to say anything. Because they were trying to work the room. And again, belatedly, Jimmy Haslam, good job. Like the Miami deal was the one to take, not Jaylen Brown, who would have wanted out of here on the first thing smoking and been pissed and would have been having a star player on a bad team again, on a building team. I don't know whether Hugo Gonzalez is hot or not, but his seat is hot because he was the guy that they couldn't trade, right? Now he has to step up and play. And the guy that they couldn't get rid of, right? In a Jaylen Brown deal.
So in that sense, I mean, that Giannis helped us out there. And whether or not it was intentional, it was appreciated, at least for me.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Like, why didn't he just say it? And like, no, that would have been bad for the effort, for the collective, for the team.
You don't want that. No, you don't want that.
You don't want that.
Some people wanted it for their own emotions and feelings, which is silly.
And in some ways, Giannis not doing that, I'll draw a parallel because it's another exit. This one made more people more mad, but like Craig Counsell could have napalmed some bridges on his way out of town and didn't.
That's true. He did that in the secret.
He checked his tongue.
He was like the Mayflower trucks.
He said nothing but complimentary things about the Brewers, but he could have said some stuff. He could have dumped his bucket.
Especially the way people reacted toward him.
Well, yeah, but he could have just said, "Oh, this is why I left because of this, and this," and he didn't. So
I guess so. Yeah, that's why I was a little surprised. I didn't think the haul was the worst thing ever. It wasn't like they got one player like
Paul George and a bunch of picks.
I mean, Jaylen Brown's a really good player. Finals MVP. I would consider him close to a star, if not.
Jaylen Brown's at his peak, and you traded him to a rival.
The rival
division?
part. That's the part that shocked me. The rival.
And
you don't think he's going to terrorize you for years to come? He's the new Boston Strangler, Drew. I mean, I don't know.
He might be.
That's the risk the Celtics are running now. The problem for them, probably the Sophie's choice. was they weren't going to get a better offer somewhere else.
That's right. Sixers look pretty good right now.
Oh my goodness. You combine him with Maxey, BJ Edgecombe, whatever
Could they?
Embiid has
Embiid,
left.
well, yeah, if Embiid can stay healthy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But if LeBron decides to go chase a ring there,
Which is like, let's wait and see. I still don't know if
You
I'll
never
see
know.
that. Well, you don't know.
never
I
know.
mean,
But isn't that more attractive?
then the
Don't you think?
Dubs-
Don't you think Giannis is looking at that? Oh, no, I'd like to play for that team.
Well, in terms of immediate success, yes.
Yes, that's what it's about.
But if unless you not necessarily, it might not be like that for a guy like LeBron. Now, I don't know about Giannis, but like maybe LeBron just wants to go somewhere he wants to go to just for the sake of it. Or Billy's point was that Giannis just wanted to live in Miami. I don't know if I believe that, but that's what he thinks.
Giannis is
consistent on
like
that.
you. He's very frugal and he likes his money, and like
Sure.
not paying a state income
No,
tax makes that a market attractive, along with the beach and the weather. That's like Greece.
But in terms of team wise, who's ready to win? Yes, Philly looks like they're ready to
Yes,
win. I agree.
They
with
are
that.
absolutely ready to win. They are now like catapulting into the favorite status, and they're not even done yet. All right, that's Who's Hot, Who's Not, brought to us by Donovan Jorgensen Heating and Cooling. Check them out, donovanjorgensen.com. Armen, we're going to talk to Hunter Baumgardt in just a little bit, but he spoke with Brewers rookie shortstop Cooper Pratt, and we're going to spin through that interview right now. Let's turn it over to Hunter Baumgardt and the Brewers shortstop of the present and future, Cooper Pratt.
Cooper, first question for you. How has just the adjustment over the last couple of weeks been, being here for a couple of weeks now?
Yeah, no, man. This is it's the same game. I mean, obviously, started off pretty fired up, and then this game is it's a game of failure, and like had a couple not great at bats, but I mean, ready for the next day and the next day and the next day, and consistency is key. Yeah.
How have you learned about the kind of the grind of the major leagues now? You get, like you said, a couple not great at bats, but you want to get back at it the next day.
I mean, yeah, it's I would say it's the same as the minor leagues, but there's it's a little nicer. I mean, it's the same game. I mean, obviously there's more people in the stands, it's better players, but it is the same game, and it's the same, I want to say same grind, but it's obviously different. But yeah, every day it's a new day, and have a good day, forget about it because you got another day tomorrow. Have a bad day, forget about it because you got another day tomorrow. So
Is that something you kind of learned in the minor leagues and then kind of has been able to apply it here, or is it kind of a different level of that here?
yeah, I mean, you can't have success without failure. So like being in the minor leagues, like you learn how to fail, you learn how to succeed. You just don't want to get too high or get too low. You kind of want to stay on that like even path. And this is that game where you can hit a ball perfect and get out. You can hit a ball terrible and get a hit. But I mean, it's at every level of baseball, from high school to the show. I mean, you're going to have failure and you're going to have success.
I know you used to play in Nashville, but what is it like playing here?
I don't know. Nashville was pretty hot. Nashville might have been hotter than this. Before I left, I was sweating bullets. But I mean, I enjoy playing in the heat. Like, I'm from Mississippi. Like, we played in the heat, and then Biloxi 2 years ago or last year was even hotter. But I enjoy playing in the heat. I don't mind it. I mean, obviously you sweat, but we have water. So.
Cooper, have you noticed any differences on the defensive side of the ball, like the pace of the game, adjustments, like positioning, anything like that from the big leagues as opposed to the minor leagues?
I mean, not as much. I mean, there's obviously like some different stuff, like positioning's not different, but it's just like it's similar, but it's a little different. But it's almost yet more detailed. Yeah, it's almost the same stuff. They tell us where to play. I mean, I guess like they hit it harder, but the fields are also nicer here. So I mean, defense is not really. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. I mean, I've been playing on like spring training, coming in on those hard freaking bricks and having those big guys come up and hit it to you. You're just hoping for the long hop. But I mean, here it's the same.
What about your relationship with Bryce? Just in
He's
the middle
awesome.
infield.
He's awesome. He's been fantastic. Learning a lot from him, from Joey, from Hamilton. They're all awesome. They're all awesome people, and they're all fantastic baseball players, and they understand the game. So, I mean, it's good to hear from them.
Cooper, that what you were talking about before about getting the day yesterday. Had that happened much in the minor league? Like, you got days in the minor leagues, but had it ever been where like a reset day like that?
Not really. I mean, I want to be in the game no matter if I'm struggling or succeeding.
Yeah.
You kind of want to work through it. If I'm sucking, I want to be in there so I can figure it out. If I'm doing good, I want to stay in there. You kind of want to, as a baseball player, I don't know if this is for everyone, but like most baseball players, it doesn't matter. Like if you're sucking, you still want to be in there. If you're playing fantastic, you want to be in there. You want to go through the grind because you play so many games. Like you want to be a part of it. You want to be a part of the reason you help a team. And I mean, we have off days in the minor leagues. I mean, then we have every Mondays are off too.
Yeah.
But I mean, you always want to play.
Yeah. Yeah, because Murph said he came in and you guys talked about it. So
Yeah.
you understood what his
Yeah, no, I 100% understood. And then to watch the guys go off yesterday was fantastic. No, man. As long as we win, man.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that because I remember you saying that in your first week. Like, you know, it's a little different up here where in the minors, maybe you're more focused on your personal result. But here it's like, hey, as long as the team wins, well, that's what we want the most.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Right on the money.
When did you shave the stash?
Probably, I've been meaning to shave it. I never said it looked good. I just started growing it in AAA, and then I had a reason to shave it, and then I'll start growing it back. But I needed to. It was driving me nuts. I got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. I drink. It was too long. Where I get food stuck in it or chocolate milk stuck in it, and it was driving me nuts.
When was it? A couple days ago?
I couldn't tell
Been
you.
a bit, right? Some just asked me, but I was like, oh, I guess.
Yeah, it's
he's
been a
not
couple
here.
days, but I look a lot younger.
There you go. Chocolate milk.
Pretty good.
I love that stuff. He's a great quote, huh, Drew, so far?
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I got to say. And Hunter's like, you know, Hunter's the trailblazer now. Hunter's officially in the beat hack business.
He is.
Because he started a one-on-one and got ambushed by others.
Oh, that's
happens
life.
all the time in the Packers locker room because it's limited window of opportunity. And
You
you
get
know,
what you can when you can get it. But
Hunter
that's
could have
great.
said, "Hey, this is a one-on-one radio interview."
That's not his
And
nature.
he's had some of those too. But
He knows
yeah.
working together is better for everybody. They're gonna
Yeah,
help him out down the line. He knows the little
when
politics
when the
in there.
clubhouse is open, yeah, sometimes you're going to get ambushed.
I relate to him a lot in a lot of ways now, Cooper Pratt. And the fact that he can't stand
He's a
the
young
face-
millionaire with the whole world ahead of him. How do you relate
know,
to him?
I just relate to him. I can't stand the facial hair either. Everyone's like, Armen, you can grow a beard. Why don't you grow it?
I mean, you can grow a beard in 10 minutes.
Right. It just gets annoying. So I shave it. And he couldn't stand it.
I don't like the itch either. I can't grow a beard.
I also like that he's got, we sweat, but hey, we got water. We got caps and sleeves at this level. We got
sleeves.
water. We got everything here. We have nice fields.
We have
Here's a good quote.
We have dry fit clothing. That's
Yeah.
not quite Iron Jock level, but close.
He's right though. You think it's hot here right now? What was it like playing in Biloxi and in Mississippi? And oh my goodness, you just gotta get used to being swampy all the time.
Yeah.
But how do you ever get a date
my
being
God.
so swampy unless you shower 6?
Kids from Mississippi, it's hot there. Come on.
Good work, Hunter. I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Good work by Hunter Baumgardt. 877-794-1973 gets you in. Speaking of Hunter Baumgardt, we're going to talk to him next. And then before you know it, we're waking and baking with our friends from happyplacehemp.com because that's the way we leave the stage. And we're leaving for the week. No show tomorrow. It'll be
No
Fox
show.
Sports Radio tomorrow. No best ofs. We don't have a best of.
No,
It's summertime.
Unfortunately, we are off.
Although, Armen, your rant earlier today.
Thank you, Drew. I appreciate it.
pretty good.
I was fired up, and I still am. So, yeah, if you listen, you can't get me on Twitter yet, but you will be able to soon. Some people have asked about that, and we are off tomorrow. But if you track me down wherever I am, I'll talk to you. So that'll be your show. We are off, but if you find us,
find Hunter at Sister Hazel. No, not Sister Hazel and Spin Doctors
and Gin Blossoms.
Gin
Tonight.
Blossoms.
I'll give you a take. Yeah.
Yeah. You're also doing a little TV today, aren't you?
Yes, I'm going to be on with on the Spectrum Roundtable. Dennis Krause and Doug Russell is scheduled to be on. So, and then Doug is doing Hunter Show today.
That's right. Doug is filling in on the Milwaukee's Baseball Tonight, airing from 6 to 7 right here on these airwaves and interwebs.
So a full day for Doug.
And that's a bit like a post-game show because the Brewers are playing getaway game today. Their last game at home before the All-Star break. And and it's a good one. Chase Burns and Miz.
A lot to enjoy.
A lot to enjoy. Dollar hot dogs, Miz t-shirts. We're going to talk to Hunter Baumgardt about all things Brewers and baseball when we come back. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. Huddled up on a Thursday. Drew and Armen. It's our last day of the week, last day of Billy's vacation. He'll be back on Monday. Hunter Baumgardt joins us live from his pad right now. Hunter, welcome to the program. We just spun through your Cooper Pratt interview. Thank you for providing us content on this getaway day for us.
Well, I wanted to interview the most relatable person to Armen in that clubhouse, as he mentioned. I know he's a very relatable, guy, like you said, a young 20-year-old millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay, he was only relatable in the way that he gets annoyed with facial hair and likes chocolate milk.
I know. Totally. Well,
You're right, though. That was not. Yeah, it's true.
He is, though. Other than that, he's signed a big deal. He's got a whimsical spirit. Yes, that's a really good way to put it. Happy-go-lucky guy who is, makes people laugh in the clubhouse. Guys were giving him a tough time. They had the post-game fireworks last night, and guys were like, "Cooper, how'd you like the fireworks?" After the game. Like, it's just they really, I think, have really embraced him. It seems in that clubhouse, and he talked there about how guys in that clubhouse have been helpful to him, whether it be Terang or other guys in the infield. So I think he's been welcomed in that clubhouse, and it's brought kind of a youthful joy into that clubhouse.
Hunter, you kind of got ambushed there. It started as a one-on-one, and then you got circled. Good on you for not snapping on people, telling them to get lost.
No, absolutely. That happens. I've been a part of the other side of that before where people start talking to a player and you want to hear what they have to say. And after the day off for Cooper Pratt yesterday, I think people were interested in to see, okay, where's his mental state at, right? 1 hit in his last 7 games, first slump in the big leagues. It's officially now 2 weeks in the big leagues. So where was his head at? And, he seemed in good spirits, totally understood why he had the day off the day before. And went out last night and impacted the game, dropped down a great bunt that should have been a squeeze play that scored a run. So really, I think he was for being 2 weeks into your major league career. I mean, he was smiling almost throughout that entire interview. So I think he's in a good spot, and I think that offense will turn around.
Hunter, you were at the ballpark. Before we get more into the games, Deadman 96 TV on YouTube asked, "Did you see they celebrated the U.S. win on the big screen and fireworks during the game? Was that something that I didn't see that?" Yeah.
So they were doing a post-game fireworks show for sure. So that was happening either way. They were doing the America 250 celebration last night, but then they did a really cool flyover before the game too. But they also showed the first goal a couple minutes after it happened between innings, and then they showed the second. Well, then they showed the second goal, and then when they won, they showed the last few seconds of the game, and then lit off fireworks. It was between innings. I don't know if it was between the top of the I don't even know what it was, top of the 5th, bottom of the 5th, whatever it was between innings. And they showed the last few seconds. All of a sudden the fireworks went off. Really cool and well done by the Brewers, because the fireworks were obviously ready if the Brewers hit a home run. And then obviously the post-game fireworks show, but really neat. And the crowd went wild. They chanted USA. Cool that they were keeping tabs on the game. And of course that the USA won, and coming up Monday night, we'll have their next game.
What gets a bigger pop? USA scoring goal. Did you see the guy reacting when Mexico scored? And he was like,
that was cool too.
In the front row of the A's game.
Oh, I think
A's Dodgers. I think
A's Dodgers, and this guy was going nuts. But I was wondering, like, what gets a bigger pop in the crowd? A goal by the U.S., a win by the U.S. men's national team, or a Packers touchdown?
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's some moments like that.
I was in the dying days of County Stadium. They'd be playing on Sunday. And all of a sudden, a cheer would go up in the middle of like a pitching change. Like, what the hell? Oh, the Packers just scored.
Yeah, there's some exciting moments like that.
It was a lot.
The time I remember, the year after the Packers won the Super Bowl, they had that opener against the Saints after the lockout where there was a bunch of touchdowns scored. And I was at the Brewers game that night, and there was so many cheers randomly whenever the Packers would score a touchdown, which was a lot that night. So it's kind of exciting when those things happen sort of live, or in that moment, you can get a sense that there's something else going on as well, and that there's a community reaction or a crowd reaction. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
It was.
It's kind of fun, especially when you see Garrett Mitchell go 4 for 4, right? That's also fun.
Well, that too. Last night they were giving away American flags, so everybody's waving their American flags.
Oh, perfect.
USA. It was really like it just all really made sense with the vibe of last night. But Garrett Mitchell, wow, 4 for 4. The season he's putting together, the OPS sits at 800 now, 264 batting average, 39 driven in. He was right in the middle of everything the Brewers did last night, a couple inches away from a home run there and a cycle. So just Yeah, what we have seen him do has been more than even Pat Murphy, the manager of the team, expected coming into this season.
That was pretty cool. Talking to Hunter Baumgardt, our baseball go-to guy here on the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin, 920 Milwaukee, 1070 Madison. So Miz against Chase Burns today. Hunter, $1 hot dog day. What more could you want? Oh, they're giving away 20,000 Miz t-shirts to commemorate his excellent start. That's a pretty good quick turn by the Brewers promotional staff. They don't miss many opportunities when it comes to that. So how do you see this pitching matchup? Because I will tell you, as a grizzled observer of baseball and of sports in general, I go in expecting a quick game in a pitcher's duel. We might get that, but I would probably put my money on a 12-10 slugfest breaking out.
It's just so hard to think that, I agree, because that's what it can happen. It can happen as the opposite, but man, it's hard to score against Jacob Mizorowski. And that's what, that's the tough part. Like, Skeens is not doing very well especially as of late, especially last night, the Phillies lit him up. It's just the way Miz is going, not that can't happen, but he's just on a different level this year where I just don't, sure, maybe he could give up 3 over 6, the 3 runs over 6 innings or something, or even 4. But I just don't see a blow up happening with him right now. I mean, maybe if things change and he gets into a slump, and everybody goes through slumps, but man, he's rolling right now. So I'm excited to see what he does. These two met up in the spring breakout game, I believe the 2025 spring training, when they bring the best prospects together. And just to think, a year and a half later, they're both meeting on a Thursday afternoon in the majors as 2 of the better pitchers on their staffs, and obviously Mizorowski, the ace of the Brewers staff right now. So it's a cool matchup in that respect. Both guys gonna bring the heat. I think it's especially in a bring the heat on a hot day. And Jacob Mizorowski, look, anytime that guy pitches, I encourage anybody to get there to watch this in person, because it's just a spectacle.
I said that last year because he struck me as like Giannis. You got to watch him early.
Yeah.
And you got to be there for the whole arc, because Giannis, he had his rough spots early in his career, but you could see it. You could see it was coming, and Miz is just going to keep getting stronger and better, and it'll be interesting tonight. Also, Hunter, it was revealed last night, and I kind of figured this out and said it on the show the other day, that he was lined up to start the Sunday, the finale before the break, which would mean he's not pitching in the All-Star game. He's going to make the All-Star team, but not be able to pitch, which Armen and I think that's not the worst thing.
Right.
Was that a topic yesterday? Murph kind of broke that news that, he's going to start 3 times and he's going to pitch that Sunday.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So he would pitch coming up today, and then he'll pitch in the doubleheader on Tuesday, and then he'll pitch on Sunday. And basically, Pat Murphy's message was, that following Sunday, right before the All-Star break, as you mentioned. And Pat Murphy's message was, look, we're trying to win games here. So whatever they want, MLB might want something, but we're trying to win games here. And he's like, look at what the Cubs are doing right now. Look at the rest of the division. Look at what the Cardinals, look at what these teams are doing. We got to, and the NL as a whole, obviously being much stronger than the AL. And his message is, look, we got to win games, and whatever happens after that happens. Obviously, I think everybody would prefer Mizorowski not to pitch if it's not in a Brewers uniform for the Milwaukee Brewers in a Milwaukee Brewers game anyway. I'm sure the front office is very much like that as well. We all understood last year. Last year was just different. He was a month in. It was a spectacle. He wasn't, you had Freddie Peralta, you had Woodruff, who just came back. This is a different year for Mizorowski. There is no question. Who's going to start game 1 of a playoff series? It's Miz. Who's going to start opening day? It's Miz. Who's going to start game 1 of a World Series? It's Miz every time. So he's in a different level now.
Yeah.
And for them to say, you know what, we're gonna start him 3 times here before, take him out of consideration for the All-Star game, at least pitching in it, and then they can do whatever they want on the back end. It also shows that, look, they're not super concerned about the innings at this point. They want to use them, kind of as much as they can. And look, will they maybe give them an extra rest day here or there down the stretch? Sure, but they're in this middle. They're in the stretch of the 18 games in 17 days, and so they're just going to use the guys they have. And Jacob Mizorowski is obviously one you want to use a lot.
I thought that was that's been one of the most interesting developments over the last 5-6 starts, besides how well he's pitching and what he can do in terms of topping out and all that performance, is that they have been okay with stretching him out and letting him push the pedal to the metal a little bit, because it seemed like there was definitely a concerted effort last year to limit innings, limit pitch, counts, all those things. But now it's like, no, we're going to let you run horse a little bit. So it's a good thing to see, because they must feel comfortable with it. and I'm sure they've done their research on it. So, but will that continue? It's yet to be seen, I suppose.
Totally. And I think there will be times. Look, they have already, they went to that 6-run rotation for a while there. That lasted, I think, longer than I was thinking it was going to. So that gave him some extra rest. They've been able to give him some extra rest between starts at times. And I think they'll continue to do that. Not in this stretch, obviously, because you just need all hands on deck, but after that as well. And obviously he went through the cramping issues. They figured that out. They've been able to kind of figure out his health and what's going to be best for him moving forward, what he needs to do between starts. So, and what I asked a couple weeks ago, I asked Pat Murphy about, if there is a big adjustment back when you're used to going on every 6th day compared to every 5th day, is there a big adjustment back? And he's like, no, he'll adjust. And he wasn't too concerned about it. So yeah, it doesn't sound like they're too concerned. And boy, you want that guy in the mound anytime you can get it right now.
Yeah. Well, but he's 9-3. He's no Aaron Ashby. I mean, come on. No 12 wins.
Crazy. That's crazy. The guys were giving him grief in the clubhouse last night.
Isn't that the worst? It's like, actually, I have pitched well, guys, and I have helped this team a lot. Yes, I have a lot of wins.
Still the vulture.
It's like, but it's not like it's been totally like, you didn't make fun of me for having winning games. It is pretty funny.
That's pretty funny. Speaking of winning games, Cubs got hot here in Milwaukee. They've been hot. They pounded the Padres yesterday, 23-3, one of the worst losses in Padres history.
Yeah.
Dansby Swanson with 3 dingers. He's hot. Suddenly the Cubs are 15-4 in their last 19 games, and they've picked up next to no ground on the Brewers.
Best part.
I was thinking about that. Like the Brewers are 8-2 in their last 10. Brewers have been real hot as of late. I know it doesn't, for some reason, it hasn't felt like it necessarily. I think it's because everybody puts so much into the 3 games against the Cubs, and I get it. It's the Cubs. It's the teams that's chasing you, and you want to win that series in your home. I get all that, but overall, they played really good baseball, and they've just obviously beat up on the Reds 6-0 so far this year against them. But yeah, that was wild. There were guys sitting around watching that. It was on in the Brewers clubhouse yesterday, and they're kind of like, "Oh my gosh, they hit another one," because they're just teeing off on the. I think the Padres had a position player pitch for the last 3 innings. If
makes sense.
Yeah, which and the Cubs might have done something similar as well, but. Yeah, look, their bats are heating up, and that's what kind of they need right now, obviously, because their pitching staff is depleted. So they're going to need their offense to step up, and it has right now. Obviously, it's been fickle. Right to start the season, it was red hot, a couple of 10-game winning streaks, then it went down, then it was the 10-game losing streak. They've been very up and down. They have a good record. They're a good team, no doubt, but it's been very up and down. So I still think it's going to be a battle. I think they're not done by any means, but look, if the Brewers play the way they can play, the starters pitch the way their starters are pitching, then they are going to be just fine as the season goes on. But yeah, I still think it's going to be a battle between these two.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a matter of time before they just have too much talent before they got going again and had a streak again. And I would say it's sort of a growing concern now that the Cubs are really playing well. But as long as, like what you said, Hunter, the Brewers are doing their thing, that's what's important here to keep them at arm's length. But I would expect the Cubs to continue to play well. They're just too talented, right, to just go away.
Oh, yeah, and that's what Murph referenced yesterday when he's talking about Miz starting for the Brewers instead of pitching in the All-Star game. Like he's like, we got to win games because you look at how the Cubs are playing. I mean, he referenced them yesterday, and I think they're well aware of that. We're starting to get into that territory of a little bit of scoreboard watching and getting into that. We're now in the mathematical second half of the season. So all of that starts to come into account. And now a month from tomorrow is the trade deadline. So what do they do? Do the Cubs get pitching? What do the Brewers do? Is it a small move, big move? So all that will start to be discussed now here in the next month.
If the Brewers could play the Reds every day,
yes,
boy, they'd really be somewhere. They'd be indomitable because, Hunter, it's freakish. Yeah. 7 in a row, and what is it? It's 51 of the last 70.
Yeah, that's 51 and 19 in the last 70 against that team. They've won a bunch of series. They are obviously 6-0 against them this year. It's like it's even last night. And the wild part is, it's like even if they're tied, Marte hits that home run to tie it at 2. You just don't really feel like they're necessarily going to lose when they're playing the Reds. It just doesn't. It feels like the Brewers are going to be able to do something. Abbott was pretty good against them last night, save for that 1 inning. Otherwise, they were able to, he was able to shut them down for the most part. And then the Brewers were able to get to the bullpen and put together a rally with 2 outs. Look, they had in the 7th inning, they had 2 outs and nobody on. And then Vaughn with the double, Mitchell with the triple, and then Mitchell scores on the wild pitch and then kind of waves to the crowd like, yeah, you can't call me out on that one. So that was really nice as well. Also, this MLB replay, how are we this many years into it? We still can't get calls right. Like, I get it. They're probably like, was there a little daylight underneath the shoe of Mitchell? But I don't know. How do we not have an angle that shows what the safe call was?
That does highlight one thing about baseball replay that I think is not discussed much. It's replays made that call more technical, when a lot of times in baseball it was the spirit of the rule. Like, did the foot beat the ball? Like, did the throw beat the runner?
Right.
Wouldn't you say, Drew? A lot of times it was called based on that. And now this is more minuscule to, it bounced up a bit and therefore it's more technical. I think it's maybe for a different day, a deeper discussion, what people would rather have, but it has made it has impacted that, the change.
Yeah, it's we opened the show talking about replay because of the World Cup, the red card and the Mitchell play, and tip of the cap to El Baldo. Replay's number one enemy.
Yes.
It is what it is. The soup we're in. It's just classic. Dollar hot dogs. Hunter's not going to be at the ballpark today. Hunter, have yourself a great 4th of July. Brewers are going on the road after today. You deserve the time off. Enjoy yourself and get back, because then it's a sprint. It's all road games until the All-Star break. So it's going to be an interesting stretch here. Still an interesting stretch for the Brewers. You want to keep the momentum going and take stock. And then I think they really do. They're looking forward to that break. And these are important games. This trip's going to be pretty important, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of have buried the Reds over the last couple weeks. You can do the same thing, something similar to the Cardinals. You take 4 out of 5 in that series, even 3 out of 5, and you're going to put them further back. So that'll be big coming up next week. Doug Russell will be in for me tonight on Milwaukee Baseball Tonight from 6 to 7. So make sure to tune into that, talking about everything that happened today between Burns and Mizorowski. And then no pregame show tomorrow due to the World Cup action we have on Fox Sports 920 in Milwaukee, but I'll be back before the game on Monday against the Cardinals. So everybody have a great 4th of July weekend.
Hunter Baumgardt, brought to us on the program by Import Minded, your trusted car care experts on 27th Street, just north of 894. See you, Hunter.
Sorry, I took him out. Sorry.
It's all right. He didn't get to say goodbye. Way to go, Armen. Yesterday, you started the show on a bad note, not hitting a button. Today, you hit the button too early.
Did it again.
All right. We can make up for it. When we come back, we're going to be waking and baking with our friends from happyplacehemp.com. Check them out. Use the code HUDDLE for 25% off and free shipping. That's next. You're in the Huddle, Fox Sports Radio, Wisconsin. We've reached the closing ceremonies of this show and the week in the huddle. Drew and Armen, we made it through. These shows just sailed by. We miss Billy. He'll be back on Monday to chop it up with us. We'll be skating at full strength, and then a couple weeks I'll take vacation.
There we go. Let's go.
When are you getting out of town?
Maybe I'll have to find a day. At the end of July, I do have a wedding to go to, and I do have a day off for
a day. That's not a vacation.
Lena's birthday. Yeah, and maybe you're right, Drew. Maybe I should.
I
feel bad because Hunter just put the schedule out, for July. But
yeah,
well, maybe we can work something
all
out.
good.
I don't know.
Time for our Wake and Bake story, brought to us by HappyPlaceHemp.com. We love Rob and Chris. We love their products. I use them on the daily. You should as well. The Drift Seltzer, amazing. Drift Gummies, the Delta 8, 50 milligrams, personal favorite of mine. Use them as a sleep aid. They've got Sleepy Time gummies. They've got lotions, potions, tinctures, pet products. All available for you at a 25% discount if you use the code HUDDLE at HappyPlaceHemp.com or go into the store, talk to the guys, say you listen, huddle, boom, get the discount there. You don't have to worry about shipping because you're walking out with it. But either way, get the discount. And the free shipping is a nice plus, especially the Drift Seltzer because, those cans are heavy. Probably cost a lot. It's probably a loss leader for those guys, but they're cool guys, and they'll take care of you at HappyPlaceHemp.com. Our Wake and Bake story, Dateline Phoenix.
Usually we don't get Phoenix Wake and Bakes.
No.
All right, let's go.
This is one that generally only happens in the movies, but a female inmate was taken to a hospital. It was the Valleywise Health Medical Center in an area of Phoenix where I've stayed before, kind of that area around the Biltmore-ish, that kind of neighborhood, Camelback East Estates or whatever they call it. Anyway, this female inmate was there, and she asked if she could use the restroom.
Okay. Hard to say no, right?
Yeah, go ahead. And then she tried to escape by climbing into the ceiling.
Give it a shot. And what, through the vents?
Took her shot. Tried to climb through a drop ceiling.
Yeah.
And
Get caught? Did she get caught?
Didn't work. Yeah, she got caught. She disappeared from the bathroom.
Right.
But she was later found stuck between two walls and was rescued.
Listen.
And medically examined.
Shoot your shot, and she had to try, I guess. But boy, what did that fail? That's like the meme of the goat getting freed, then jumping right back into the lagoon.
Her name and charges haven't been released, but we got a great PR statement from the hospital. The safety and security of our patients, employees, and visitors are our highest priority. As a healthcare system serving a complex and diverse patient population, we maintain comprehensive emergency preparedness and security protocols designed to protect everyone in our facilities. During today's incident, those procedures were activated as intended, allowing our teams to respond quickly and effectively. We're grateful that the situation was resolved safely. We appreciate the swift response and partnership of our law enforcement and first responder agencies.
Thanks, AI. So stupid. They should have just responded with a press release that said she's back.
Obviously. Stuck between the walls.
Hey, all you can say is
died there like an animal and rotted.
Back up, Terry.
Anyway, back up, Terry. All right, everybody have a great 4th of July. Hope to see you at Summerfest or at the ballpark today. Whatever you may do, we're going to enjoy tomorrow off. If you're working tomorrow, our condolences. We're off. We're going to have some fun. And we will see you again on Monday, skating full strength with Billy back from Vegas. Stories to tell. We'll see you then.
Peace.